Everybody, how's it going? I noticed that a couple of you are coming off of the Digital Circus finale just releasing, so I think this should probably go without saying, but and I'm sure you guys will probably be will have already figured this, but let's not talk about spoilers about that. Not here. There are better places for that. But you know, and obviously it just came out, so we gotta give some people some time. Well, I mean, it just came out on YouTube. I've already seen it a little while ago, but you know. Anywho, let's be respectful of people that haven't gotten a chance to watch it yet, and give it some time. But anyway, anywho, hi, how's it going? So I alluded to on Blue Sky and elsewhere that we had a little thing to discuss in this stream before we get into the actual stream itself. So we're gonna do that now, and I might bring it up a couple times throughout the stream, just in case for people who get in late or whatever else. But so I've been pondering. So you might have noticed I have a monthly donation goal for my streams every month. This is kind of just a usual, like, living expenses, general expenses kind of shit. You know, that's usually why I put it up. But it's we've still got like 10 days left in the month, and it's already been completely fulfilled. So I was trying to think, you know, I feel like that's kind of worth something. I feel like that's at least worth like a chance at something. So I was trying to think of what could possibly be like a good reward for that sort of thing. And I decided that would be another donation incentive. Now, I must warn you before I show you this donation incentive that it has to be met before the end of the month, or else it will not be fulfilled. That doesn't mean I won't ever offer it again at some point in the future, but, you know, as far as you're concerned, this has to be met by the end of the 30th of this month, that being June, or else it's a no-go. So, I'm gonna put the thing on the screen now. So, this is an idea that I've had for a little while. Obviously, I made a bunch of Danganronpa videos a few years ago. People liked them. That's why a lot of people came here. But I couldn't really see myself doing regular Danganronpa streams because, I mean, I've already talked about the games pretty thoroughly, right? Doing a spoiler-free stream, kind of like I do for other visual novels, just doesn't really seem like, you know, a thing that would be, you know, it just seems kind of pointless. at that point. So this is not a regular Danganronpa stream idea. Basically, oh god, I hope the stream isn't lagging. I see somebody mentioning that. But basically, the idea of this would be that we would be playing the game, but it would be full spoilers from the very beginning. There would be no spoiler embargo on anything in the game from front to back. It would be more or less a running commentary on the game, its themes, its character arcs, etc. Stopping to talk a lot, pretty much throughout the entire thing. Now, granted, obviously, it would not all be done in one sitting, I can guarantee you that. It would be gradual. Further streams in that series would have to be subsequently funded as well, you know, that sort of thing. But yeah, it basically is my excuse to be like, hey, it's been several years since I made those videos. Let's go through it on a extremely granular level and talk about literally everything. And then nobody will ever have to ask me my opinions about it ever again. So yeah, if you're interested at all in seeing that, then there's the goal on the screen right now. We have until the 30th to meet it, and I'll do one. We'll probably end up doing, like, you know, prologue chapter 1 in one stream or something like that. We'll see how it goes. Trust me, Philip, I totally understand, and I am taking the kid gloves off if we get to that point. No more excuses. But anyway, Martin, asked how would I plan on handling free time events. Honestly, I think it would probably just be like maybe like committee vote. I'm not sure. We'll figure it out. There are definitely details I'd have to iron out before we do it. In any case, Gabriel, yes, I do have a Patreon. It is patreon.com/NezumiVA. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. Again, I'll probably reiterate this a couple times before the end of the stream. So, like I said, if you would like to see that, you have until the 30th. Okay, I've put it into your head now. You're aware. But enough about that now. More of Shiro and his funny friends for now. Let's see. Okay, so pretty much all we have is this exclamation point, so we're just gonna go ahead and do that.
I walked to the shed for some reason, even though I have nothing to do there. Did I forget something in here? I don't remember leaving any stuff in the shed, but I'll check just in case. Wait, what was I doing? After tidying up some shelves, I finally remember my original purpose for coming here. The shed's filled with junk, but not really forgotten items. Though to begin with, if you're not sure what you've forgotten, you might never find it again. I just have a feeling, though. Must have left something in here. I flick myself in the forehead. The physical shock doesn't shake any forgotten memories loose, leaving only pain. Ow. Did I bump my head while I was asleep? I feel a sharp pain where I lightly tapped my forehead. It evokes an awful image of being drilled through the head by an arrow. Gee, I wonder. If I still haven't found it, then I must not have left it in the shed. This place is for fixing broken things, so I wouldn't have left anything valuable here. Convinced, I leave the shed behind. Upon leaving, I feel a brief flash of uneasiness. Not toward the shed, but toward my own offhanded remark.
Oh, okay. Unacquired Magecraft was the name of that achievement that just popped up. That's interesting. Okay, we have a Sakura there. We have that. Only do one of these at a time. I know we're able to start moving forward with exclamation points already, but I'm not sure which one I want to give precedent. Yeah, okay. I got you, Philip. Let's talk to Sakura then.
Senpai, do you have a moment?
I hear Sakura's voice as I'm resting in my room. Come in, I answer. Sakura peeks inside. Did I forget to hang up the laundry?
No, it's not that. What do you want to have for dinner tonight?
Oh, is it that time already? I jump to my feet. We have to feed a lot of people on the weekends, so we better start prepping or else we won't have enough time. Was it your turn to make dinner today?
Yes, so if you have any requests... Oh, but I should ask Saber and Miss Fujimura, too.
Okay, I'll help. I was starting to feel too lazy just sitting around anyway. It'd be more worthwhile to spend my time helping Sakura.
But you're supposed to be resting. I got
plenty of rest. Well, you're good enough that you don't need help anymore, so I might not have anything to do. I hear a storm. Let me check the weather real quick. Yeah, okay.
So there will be some heavy rain at some point in like a couple hours, but it won't last too long, hopefully. We'll see, we'll see.
That's not true. I haven't mastered everything you have to teach me.
Glad to hear that. Well, let's have a good time cooking.
Senpai, that smile isn't fair.
David Cage is in your area? I sure fucking hope not.
Never mind. Okay. Then please help me however you can. This cardboard box.
Sakura notices something and stops. Oh, the autumn fruit that Fujine brought over. There's 2 boxes of persimmons inside. We'll have to eat them all together again.
Are they a gift from Miss Fujimura? I appreciate that, but... Wow. There's so many. Is this all of them?
Apparently, she has even more at home.
If they were apples, we could quickly finish them all by using them to make pies and stuff. What can we do with persimmons?
I might as well. I start to pull the persimmons out of the box. They're big enough, so it should be okay. Sakura, let's use these to cook today.
These? You mean... the persimmons?
Yeah, they're just as versatile as apples. You can use them in salads, for one, so we'll use these today. It's my first time trying it, but it's about time I explored new menus. I pray to the gods of cooking for guidance.
That sounds interesting.
Pick a bunch of the firm ones to cook with, and we'll save the softer ones for dessert.
Got it.
Sakura uses her skirt as a basket to hold the persimmons. It's such a feminine gesture. I'm slightly jealous of the persimmons that get to lie on her skirt like that. What do you... Shit up. What? I'm not even being like, you know, oh, wow, weird thing to say, dude. I just kind of like... The mindset is... You know, anyway. Mysterious.
Senpai, what will the menu be?
Sakura asks me as she begins to wash the rice. I suggested using the persimmons, but now I'm just standing with my arms folded in front of a mountain of fruit on the cutting board. Now that I think about it, there aren't as many persimmon recipes as I hoped.
Should we start with the salad then? We do have daikon.
If we have daikon and persimmons, we could make namasu. But it's not good to decide on the side dish first. I stare at the persimmons, but no ideas come to mind. I give up and root around in the refrigerator for any useful ingredients. When I'm standing in front of a bunch of different ingredients, I start to match them up in my head. This, and we could use this too.
Bacon? Do you want to wrap and fry them, like we do with asparagus or potatoes?
I'm impressed that Sakura immediately knew what I was thinking, but she didn't pick up on the dumpling wrappers and cheese. We'll wrap and deep fry these. Fry the persimmons together with evenly cut cheese using the dumpling wrappers.
I see. Are we seasoning only with salt?
Yeah, they both have their own sweetness, so I don't want to smother that with soy sauce. Still, they're both quite simple dishes. Neither of them really count as a main dish.
You're amazing, Senpai. I never would have thought of that.
Then
Tonight's menu will be...
persimmon salad or vegetable mix, fried persimmon dumplings, persimmons wrapped in bacon. Sakura seems to find it lacking. I know what she's thinking. Our dinner table doesn't feel quite complete.
We can't use persimmons in miso soup. Oh, what if we mix persimmons into the rice to make maze sushi?
That could work, but we're still missing a main course. So, I have a task for you, Chef Mato. I raise my voice to a professor-like timbre, and Sakura suddenly stands up straight.
At your service, Head Chef Emiya, sir.
Good response, thanks. So, tonight's menu concept is, we're going to be selfish.
I see, sir. So that's the concept.
Chef Mato stares at me eagerly. And I've been thinking about letting you develop the main course.
Yes, you've been thinking... Wait, what?
Sakura is astonished to have such a big responsibility.
Well, I'm sorry, Senpai, but I don't have any ideas.
Got enough to work with, actually. Here's a hint. We're going to be selfish.
Oh! Do you mean...
Sakura seems to have some idea. She quickly pulls a pack of seafood out of the refrigerator. That's right. What I meant was...
Oysters?
That's right. Oysters. Call me selfish coming up with such low-hanging fruit jokes, but it is a shellfish after all.
I see, Senpai. That's ingenious.
No, I'm gonna kill him for that one. I'm gonna smack him over the head for that one.
I thought the pun was a little corny, but that's my mentor for you.
A little? Ugh. My pupil has learned to zing me back. Let's get back on topic. Did you buy these oysters in the fridge?
Yes, I know live ones with their shells intact are better, but,
Fresh enough to be eaten just with lemon, huh? I guess we can't afford to do that this time. So, how are you gonna cook these? Fried?
I was thinking about using them in gratin. Frying would work too, though.
Good. Now our dinner concept has proper variety. No one should complain now. I expect Fujine to celebrate, in fact. Let's split up the work then. You do the salad and gratin, I'll work on the fried foods.
But you'll be doing most of the work then.
You have to make a white sauce, so there's plenty of work to go around. It's also easier if just one person controls the heat. We efficiently divide up the tasks and get to work. When there's multiple people in the kitchen, you have to think about who uses the oven in what order. Cooking with even 2 people isn't easy.
It's not how pronounced. Oh, well, I don't know. I've never said it out loud before. Cut me some slack. Also, tell me how it's pronounced then.
Let's get started, Senpai.
First to peel the persimmons. Oh, they have seeds, so make sure you cut them in the right direction.
Yes, I'll do my best.
Routine. Yeah, I'll just go to sleep. Oh, joy of joys. Let's see. Park or Tosca residence? I'm gonna try the park.
I'll try walking over the big bridge for a leisurely stroll. The skies are clear. The sunlight's slightly warm and the ocean breeze cools my cheeks down a good amount. Saturday, the first day of the 3-day weekend, is a perfect day for a picnic. Oh, it's lively over there. There are kids at the park.
3 ads, really, YouTube? I hope at least some of this money goes to you. You'd be shocked at how little, unfortunately. YouTube is a platform.
There are kids at the park. There's quite a lot of them. They seem to be split into two teams fighting against each other, bringing in so much equipment that can't be used up in a day, like bats or soccer balls. I feel like sunbathing, watch the big battle of the park while leaning on the handrail of the bridge. After many twists and turns, it seems like they've decided on basketball for the morning match. Each team picks their best players, and a good match of kids that can't be underestimated begins. Cheering, spurring, stirring, sighing. There are several people sitting on the grass in the park, being happy and sad with the children. Seems like I'm not the only spectator. Oh. Even though I'm a bit on the alert because of the Holy Grail War incident and stuff, it's not bad to spend time like this, too. I think time that's not especially fun but not boring is not something that you can get even if you try. I hear an especially loud cheer from the park. The match is over. It was a tense game, but the ones who took control of the game weren't the tall trio of elementary schoolers, but a normally formulated team.
I knew it. That boy was seizing control of the game more than ever.
Players of the winning team were all average, but there was just one outstanding playmaker. The playmaker not only gave precise instructions to his teammates, but he was moving swiftly and shining as the ace player. On top of that, he must be a foreigner as he has gorgeous blonde hair. It'd be weird to not stand out.
Oh, hey. Probably you.
The blonde playmaker must be the children's idol as he's praising everyone's good fight with a smile. Being that skilled, it'd be natural for him to become a braggart, but he's a very well-rounded boy. Then... I feel like I made eye contact with the blondie in the park. Putting aside me having good eyesight, I thought I was hallucinating our eyes meeting from that distance, but... Oh, he's coming over here. The blondie greets the kids and then goes across the park in a straight line and goes up the stairs connecting to the bridge.
Good morning!
Yes? I can't help but give a stupid reply.
Oh, is it already good afternoon by this time? Then I'll redo it. Hello, good afternoon, mister.
Oh, yeah, hello. I get lured and greet him back. The blondie smiles happily. Shoot, I really don't remember him. I have no recollection of being greeted by some kid I don't know, and he even came all the way from the park to here. I'm sure I've met him somewhere. I can't remember anything. Sorry, have we met before?
Oh, do you not remember me?
The blondie's surprised. I feel a lot of guilt, but sadly nothing comes to mind.
I see. You seem thick-headed, so it can't be helped since it is sudden, but we've met several times. Although it seems like my outfit was different that time.
Your outfit was different? Well, just because his outfit's different, there's no way I could forget a kid that has this distinctive... Well, I guess more like appearance than outfit. Well, when I say it seemed like, I'm talking about myself. Like I'm the same, but there's not much in common. I understand him even less now. Blondie frowns as if to say it can't be helped.
Oh, okay, that was him saying it, sorry.
I guess more like appearance than outfit. Well, when I say it seemed like, I'm talking about myself. Like I'm the same, but there's not much in common. Then I'll give you a hint. I'm probably who you hate most. There's not many people you can think of when I say that, right? You have a normal amount of people you don't like, but there's not many people that you hate.
Yeah, I mean, there's only so many possibilities. There's no sarcasm in the boy's voice. He knows he's hated, yet he looks at me with an innocent smile. He stares straight at me with eyes as red as blood. Wait, hold on.
You're not Shido, am you? You can't be the person I hate the most. You're not me. Also, yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people are saying Kide, but remember, Shido did have that line in Heaven's Feel when they were literally beating each other to death with their bare hands, where he was like, I actually kind of like Kotomine, honestly. Hate that I do, but yeah, kind of like. That being said, I mean, yeah, I obviously think of Gil every time, but... Yeah, just go ahead and flash the sprite.
If it's someone with red eyes and golden hair, I may or may not just think of one person. Oh, He has nothing to do with him. But I feel like this boy's appearance, or like facial features, remind me of him. Wait, but could it be that he has a younger brother?
Unfortunately, I do not have any blood relatives. I've always wanted to have a sibling or a partner.
An innocent angel-like smile.
Oh, but do not worry. Saber's not my type yet. Well, I might actually fall for her if she defeats me now, but I don't see her as an object of courting interest.
My head is throbbing like I'm dehydrated. Therefore, could it be that this blondie is,
Is that Indot's gem? Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. With the 5, paying VOD tax, loving fate, I'm very normal about it. Oh, absolutely. Oh, absolutely. Thank you, I appreciate it. And hey, that's $5 toward the goal. Or well, I guess it's more like $3, or close to like $3.50. The conversion rate, currency. Anyway, thank you. And also thank you for renewing your channel membership. That's a little over 2 years. Pretty cool.
It is me. I heard this situation is equal to child's play. I can't put up with this. It seems like I took rejuvenating medicine. Even though it's about myself, I don't get it myself.
wait. There's no way. There's really no way. Even if it was some mistake, there's seriously no way. There's no way that he was such a good kid when he was little.
You're so easy to read, mister. Well, I asked all kinds of people and they all had the same reaction, so I know I'm the one at fault. Geez, I wonder why I do so many things that people don't like.
Blondie sighs like it's a complicated topic even though it's about himself. No, because it's about himself.
Oh, everyone's calling me. See you again, mister. You shouldn't be doing anything too dangerous on your own, but, maybe I should have you look around after all. If you do that, I'll be able to go back to normal.
Blondie bows politely and tries to leave. Hey, wait, what does that mean?
I'm sorry, I can't tell you. Master told me that I can't tell you the answer. You see, I have previous offenses. Lancer said to not cause any trouble until I die, yet I went to go see Saber. I wonder why I did such things.
What? That must be talking about how he stabbed Castor half a year ago in the Holy Grail War. But... your master. Kotomine is no longer here. This is for certain. Yes, even if all the servants have stayed, and there are some masters that shouldn't exist anymore, Kire Kotomine is definitely dead.
Yes, my master is Kotomine. But Kotomine is actually dead. He's no longer in this world. So Kire Kotomine has nothing to do with this situation. You should think of me as an outsider that doesn't have to do with this game. Yeah, I really have nothing to do with this incident.
The blonde boy runs down the stairs. The kids are happy about the idol's return. As I watch him dumbfounded, I just note that the kid is actually him. Of course, although I'm the slightest bit unconvinced. Interesting. Okay, well, let's talk to Lancer then, I guess. There's a familiar face at the port. How should I call out to him? Any regrets about the past? What about the past? I'm curious what he thinks about the current situation, but I'm also curious about what he thinks about the past. Saber has a strong sense of discipline. Lancer may have some regrets from the past, despite how cool he plays it. Regrets? Little annoyances, sure, but, well, I don't have any regrets. And thus, this rather underestimated hero of Ireland replies, all while staring at his underperforming fishing rod. I thought so. You really are frank. Other servants tend to be homesick at the end of the day. Huh, really no. They don't seem like the kind of folks that be looking for some magnificent return. Huh. Castor has plenty of regrets, huh? She's originally a sheltered princess. Sure she's happier shut away in a castle. That'd be better for you and the world's sake. Lancer yawns. He must either be unhappy that he isn't getting any strikes, or he doesn't like talking about the past. Regardless, he couldn't be bothered anymore. So, say you obtain the Holy Grail. Do you not have any wishes, like getting a second life as a human or going back to the past? Who knows? Can't think of anything like that until the time comes. This is how he is. He's the type that's hand to mouth. He gets most of what he wants while he's alive. There's no way he leaves any regrets over what he should have done after the party's over. Life of a hero, I guess. Oh, yeah. Oh, that was Shadow. Life of a hero, I guess. Oh, yeah. Hey, Lancer, if you don't mind, can you tell me your story? Come to think of it, I don't know much about your tale. You don't gain anything from it now, even if you listen to something like that. Or what, are you guys actually trying to fight? No, Saber and I have no intention to fight. Didn't I say that I appreciate you don't try to start stuff? Feel like I might have heard that. Well, if you say so, then you're probably right. So what? Simply want to hear the story of another person's life? Yeah, nothing shady about it, I'm just curious. Fine. I have no strikes, so guess I can kill some time. I also had something I wanted to hammer into your head. Before, Lancer's expression seemed uninterested and dull, but something changed. His relaxed shoulders somehow slacken even further, while his gaze turns from the sea to lazily stare up at the sky. In other words, he got even more unmotivated. Lancer. Cuchulainn is a hero talked about in ancient Ireland. His land is divided into 5 countries, and Cuchulainn's a warrior who served the king of Northern Ulster. King, is that... Oh, jeez. Is it Concobar? Probably got that wrong. Since it's a Celtic myth, few here in Japan know of it, but he's a great hero who surpasses King Arthur in his homeland. His birth is rather complicated. Cuchulainn's mother... Oh, Jesus Christ. No, I'm definitely gonna fuck these up. Oh no, this is gonna be embarrassing for me. Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to suss that one out in my brain, but it's just not coming to me. She told you were gonna have some trouble with the names in the stream. Yeah, you sure did. Anybody got that one on hand? Or, well, I guess I can also look it up, too. This is gonna be one of those few moments where I actually do this while I'm live, because there's just several of them in a row, and I don't necessarily want to skip over all of them. Okay, let's see. Pronunciation. Oh my god, can I spell pronunciation correctly? Decatur? Let's see. A lot of these are, like, on sites are usually not very accurate, unfortunately. It's kind of hard to tell which ones you should trust. Oh my god, fucking pop-up ads. Let's see. I doubt that. Is this gonna be the guy with, like, the...
Dick time.
Okay, no. I still feel... I don't know. I feel like a lot of these, for words like this, like, on, like, YouTube and stuff, the, like, automatically made ones are always kind of, like, not very good.
Jectora.
Decta? Hold on.
Jectora.
Interesting. Okay. That seems okay. Yeah, that seems about. Okay. Yeah, that seemed about close to me. Let's go with that. Let's not spend too much time, but Yeah, I'm just trying to do my due diligence here. Thank you for being patient with me.
Cuchulain's mother, Dektir, is a princess born to Maga, the consort of King Ross the Red, and a certain outstanding druid. Princess Dektir disappeared to... Oh my god. Tierna Nog? I don't know. I'm sorry. Without marrying anyone, and had a baby with the sun god Lu while there. I presume that that's how you say that, because that one didn't seem too bad. There's only one pronunciation in the scene that I'm sure of, just because of how popular they are. The baby was Setanta, who would later be called Cuchulain. Setanta was sent to a shield to Ulster by joining King Concobar's army. I presume I didn't get corrected on that one, so I don't know. Blame it on others. Don't blame me. I'm not responsible for anything, ever. And was sent to live a life just as his fate suggests. His what? Can you say that again? Setanta started getting called Cuchulain for when he accidentally killed the guard dog of Cullen, the swordsmith, when he was still a boy. One day, King Concobar was invited to the house of Cullen, the famous swordsmith. The king tried to bring Setanta, who was still a boy, but Setanta was in the middle of a hurling match with his friends. If I were to withdraw now, I would lose the match. I'll catch up once I win the match, so please go ahead. The king, pleased by the boy's words, allowed him to come later and headed to Cullen's house first. The misfortune started from when Cullen's servant accidentally closed the gate out of carelessness. Setanta, who arrived late, was attacked by the guard dog, so he strangled it to death. All those inside the house gathered after hearing the commotion. Upon learning that Setanta defeated the guard dog, everyone was surprised and praised him. There was some sadness in Cullen's eyes from losing his prized guard dog. Setanta, ashamed of his thoughtlessness, told him, "Does this dog have an offspring? If so, let me care for them. I'll raise one to become an excellent guard dog that rivals their father. Till then, I shall be your guard dog." Cullen, the swordsmith, was impressed by the boy's offer and replied with conviction, "No need for that. I'll raise a guard dog that will protect this house. You train yourself. Eventually, you will without a doubt become the guard dog that protects all of Ulster." All of the warriors who gathered nodded in agreement. Thereafter, the boy would be called Cuchulain, or Cullen's guard dog. The boy's first battle, in honor of the noble offer that followed. I knew that much, but how old were you at the time? I was younger than you are now. Wasn't a warrior yet. In our country, there was a training group for children before becoming a Knight of the Red Branch. It was a gathering of apprentice youth warriors, and I was one of them. Man, so what, you strangled the best guard dog in the country at like 12 or 13? It was the adrenaline. It's my first time taking a life. Since then, it became my...
Is he saying Gios? I don't know. I don't know if that's exactly how you're pronouncing it in this context.
To never eat a dog, though. I don't know how serious he is, but he cracks a cannibalism joke. So, it was a while after my name had changed. A group of apprentices gathered under one druid and were making a ruckus, asking him to predict whether they'll receive good fate once they become a warrior. That druid was, well, an old man that had rather strong powers, so his fortunes were more like deciding the future than seeing the future. The old man was troubled and decided to only fortune tell those who would become a warrior that day. I see. So, what were the results? It was so bad, none of the other apprentice knights tried to go through the rites of warriorhood.
Oh. I think it's like mesh, but with a G? Yes? Oh, interesting. Okay.
So, what were you doing? I wasn't interested, so I was leaning against a hazel tree and fishing. Sorry, what was the point of that story? You don't get it? In other words, I went through the rites of warriorhood that day. The king was furious, saying, like, why would a child like you become a warrior? You should grow up healthily until you're mature, or something. That got me pissed, so I broke all the spears in the castle, destroyed a chariot, and threatened him. He threatened the king? Has this man actually gotten a lot more mellow than before? According to Saber, he has an affinity with the Berserker class, but I didn't actually think that was true. So that's how you became a warrior, huh? Was it the Knights of the Red Branch? Yeah. If you ask Saber, it's nothing like her chivalry. After all, as long as you're not disloyal, you can fight as you wish. It's common to pick a fight in another territory if you feel like it, hold a party that night, and then forget about it. My order was full of dumbasses, so I couldn't let my guard down in my own country more than other countries. He laughs. It must really be that funny to him. I see. His free-spirited nature's the difference in the world that he survived through. That pride's not complicated like a human's, but simple like a beast's. So I fought day and night once I became a warrior. I fell in love at first sight with one of those princesses, so I went to the castle to kidnap her. She was a real sharp woman, though. She said she didn't feel like going with some kid with no reputation. Wait, kid? How old were you then? I think I was around 16, so I went out on a journey in search of glory. There was this warrior woman named... oh my god. Okay, that's gonna be another one that's gonna bother me if I don't look it up, because I'm not entirely certain how I would even approach that one. Pronunciation. Okay. Skathak? Skahak? Skahak? Interesting. Skahak. Yeah. Interesting. I figured that was one of the ones where the spelling would be a little deceptive. There was this warrior woman named Skahak in this place called the Land of Shadows who was apparently as strong as a monster. Rumor had it that she had as many warriors as apprentices. I know the rest. Cuchulainn reached the Land of Shadows, known as a place infested with demons, and received the demonic spear, Gabolg, and the leaping secrets of the female lord, Skahak. Say it like it's easy. Her intensity would make your little lady Tosaka run away barefoot if she had to. Anyway, she was crazy and had already thrown away her humanity by the time I arrived. See, the Land of Shadows is, well, a territory of the afterlife. That woman had become the guard to lay into the ghosts there. There were some godlike fellas amongst those ghosts. She was able to take them to task with her spear handling as a human, so you ought to be able to figure how insane she was, eh? Insane she was, eh? God, Jesus Christ, the fucking intonation. Can I get that right? So you ought to be able to figure how insane she was, eh? Oh, Jesus. Okay, whatever. Move on. I can say things. Yeah, it scares me to imagine something like a powered-up version of Tosaka. Right. So there were other apprentices under that scary teacher. They were all warriors who came to learn under Skahak, but there was one who was my equal. He was called Ferdiad? A warrior from the neighboring country, Connacht. While we were fighting each other over the Gabolg, we had exchanged oaths of brotherhood before I knew it. Well, how should I say it? I had 3 priceless best friends, but he was like a special older brother figure to me, even among them. Cuchulainn then learned all kinds of techniques in magecraft. Wow. I didn't think that all of the heroic tales that I knew were carried out when he was 16. From what I've heard, it seems like this guy was going on a rampage at full speed every day. Like a swift horse, living fast and recklessly. That's not true. I was living in the Land of the Shadows for a while. It was comfortable since I had a good teacher and a good rival. So then this idiot came to disrupt that comfort. Ife, a lord from a neighboring country, started a war. Skahak for some reason didn't want to send me to the battlefield, and we argued many times. Well, in the end, Skahak, Ferdiad, and I went on a tear alongside each other and captured Ife alive after a single combat. But, well, how do I put it? At first, she was a detestable enemy, but once we captured her, I realized she was also a fine woman. So I was serious, but Skahak found out and threw stones at me, Gabolg style. Lancer lets out a nervous laugh amidst his reverie. I see. So the enemy lord was this woman. Hold on. That's what you meant when you said you were serious? Of course. If I fall in love, it's obvious I'm gonna sleep with her. That's right. Great heroes are great lovers. But man, these warriors sure have no inhibitions. But the time for farewell always comes. I broke up with Ife too. She bore my child. I asked her to name him Konla and send him to Ulster. I also gave him 3 vows to follow. First, do not answer even if you were asked for your name. Second, do not change your chosen path no matter what. Third, do not decline when challenged to fight. Well, those are the minimum requirements for my son. So, Ferdiad and I left the Land of Shadows the same day. When I left the castle, we both asked each other, "Do you want to come to my country?" We both laughed, realizing that neither of us would back down. As for Skahak, well, I didn't see her on the day I left. Guess there was nothing left to say after teaching me everything. That was the story of the Land of Shadows. With that, Lancer goes silent for a bit. Returning to Ulster, Cuchulainn was quite the conspicuous figure on the battlefield, and became a warrior known to all of Ireland in the blink of an eye. He achieved things in war nobody could replicate, came for the princess as promised while killing King Forgal and any troops that opposed him, and earned in battle with his fellow order members the title of the #1 warrior of Ulster. His glorious career also marked the youth of the hero Cuchulainn at the same time. After this, Cuchulainn's fights would always bear a heavy shadow. For generations, queens held power in the neighboring country of Connacht. Among them, Queen Medb was it Medb? I feel like I'm definitely getting that wrong. Was a competitive woman who loved war. Well, a lot happened, and she marched on Ulster. First of all, one of the reasons Connacht invaded was because Uncle Fergus defected. Our king also had his issues, and well, the root cause was that he killed Uncle Fergus's sons out of lust for a young woman. Hey, if memory serves, Princess... Oh my god, I already forgot how I said that before. Decta? Yeah, Princess Decta had you Decta. Oh my god, it's... Also, Mabel with the... Oh, Mabe. Okay, interesting. Had you fostered, and Fergus was one of the knights to do so, right? Yeah, so my uncle, pride of the Knights of the Red Branch, served Connacht out of hatred for the King of Ulster. Uncle Fergus played a part in Queen Mabe's aggression. On top of that, there was something of a curse on the people of Ulster. When another country invaded, all the men in the country became so weak that they couldn't fight. Huh? What the... How did you prosper in that condition, Ireland? What happened? If they can't fight, they'd be looted and conquered in no time. It's like getting kicked when you're already down. But anyway, technically, I wasn't born in Ulster. I was born in a fairy mound. That's why I was the only one who was able to move freely. You know the rest, right? Every day we cut Mabe's troops down like mowing grass. Once I started to see the writing on the wall, we agreed to continue the war in the form of single duels. I fought in a duel in the fort of Ulster Gorge. I said that the Connacht army could advance only while I'm fighting in a duel. Either 5,000 people are killed in a day, or they can slightly advance at the cost of one person. Mabe reluctantly agreed, and then my series of daily duels started. Wow. This is the so-called Cuchulainn's Rune of Vows. Oh my god. Gabla? I don't know. Surrounded by 4 branches that promises a duel with honor at stake. Good idea. There's no way the Cullen's guard dog would lose to a duel so that would... Wait, there's no way that Cullen's guard dog would lose to a duel so that... Okay, so that would hold back the Connacht army. I feel like there should have been a comma there, but that's okay. Nah, Mabe broke the agreement and advanced. But, well, it was a vow exchanged in front of many witnesses. So, for the witnesses not to notice, only 1 unit advanced. Still, it was the best way to hold them back. So, the problem was my duel. There were warriors that I thought were a waste, sending them to die at my hand. Then there was interference by a weirdo war goddess, and then there was Clan Calatin, a 28-person monster. It was crazy. Hell, there was a time I slept a full day from fatigue. Well, there was a point where the young guns of Ulster, who weren't considered warriors yet, banded together to try and help Cuchulainn and ended up getting slaughtered by Mabe. That's also on me, ultimately. I take it back. The fighting at the fords was a death trap even for the hero Cuchulainn. And at the end of this once-in-a-lifetime death trap, the strongest warrior in Connacht, the only man that I did not want to fight in this world. The warrior he'd trained with in the Land of Shadows. The duel with Ferdiad. Cuchulainn respected as an older brother figure. This fight was not Ferdiad's will, but one of Queen Maeve's schemes. Lancer did not talk about how much of a dilemma both sides had. Both served their lords with their lives. In order to uphold their honor, less valuable to them than their friendship, they had to potentially throw away their lives. Their abilities were evenly matched, and a cornered Cuchulainn struck Ferdiad's heart with Gable. He released the demonic spear that he had not once used since the Land of Shadows on his irreplaceable best friend. Ebolg is the honor gifted to the greatest warrior. Cuchulainn held his collapsed senior in his arms. In that brilliant learning environment, you were our pride. And Ferdiad spoke his last to the world. That battle ended with the defeat of the enemy country, Connacht. The Ulster warriors managed to recover from the cursed weakness that they suffered and attacked the Connacht army, landing a devastating blow. After their battle, Cuchulainn captured Queen Maeve alive, but instead of killing her or shaming her, he's said to have returned her to Connacht with all due honor to a queen. So you also let an enemy general go here, too. Never killed a woman, huh? Guess so. It's not like I planned it like that, it really was a coincidence. But I guess I'm not fond of it, sure. That's not the problem. It doesn't matter whether you love them or hate them. Putting aside how he is as a servant now, it means that Cuchulainn as a hero didn't like killing women on a battlefield. What about after that? There weren't any huge wars after that. Huh, come to think of it, a weird kid came to the shore and started a ruckus. He was this brat who would beat the shit out of every warrior that tried to talk to him. Even the king took one look at him and decided only Cuchulainn could defeat this child. The only times my princess tried to stop me was at that moment, and the one at the end of my life. She cried, saying that I mustn't go, but it was an order from the king and all, so I had to suck it up anyway. So I fought with this kid at the shore, but he was so strong that I had no choice but to use Gabolg. After I beat him, he said she didn't teach me that before dying. Must have been Skahak's apprentice. Yeah, and that kid's name was Conla. That marks the end of the golden era for the hero Cuchulainn. The rest need not be said. Queen Maeve sought revenge and so gathered fighters from far and wide with grudges against Cuchulainn, all to corner him with the manner of wicked plots. And to defend the Ulster once more in their moment of weakness, he took on Maeve's army alone, enduring countless traps, until he met a merciless end. He carried out many feats of valor, a great hero, the shield of Ulster. Compared to that glory, his life was surprisingly short. The guard dog of Cullen was a warrior child who came to the end of his life as if running toward it. That's Cuchulainn's story. It's almost sunset. For such an idle curiosity, this sure took up quite some time. I'll start heading back. Thanks for the long story. Lancer snorts and faces away. He probably thinks this was a waste of time. Oh, yeah, I almost forgot. What was it that you wanted to hammer into my head? Can't you tell? It's that I didn't kill any women or lords. I see. Cuchulainn didn't give up a single command from the king during the many battles, no matter how reckless it was. His story also told that truth. It was very helpful. I'll return this favor another time. Alright, get some drinks from that tiger girl for me, will you? I leave the port. Man, sorry for underestimating you. I didn't think they would make the first move at this point.
Alright, sleep. That was interesting. Okay. There's one exclamation point there. Yeah, okay. That's probably the only thing we have. Hi, Sakura.
I'm at the archery range on the weekend. Not just members who want to practice use it, but the bowmen in the suburbs sometimes also rent it out. This is the only archery range in the city, after all. Excuse me. Excuse me. Oh,
that was actually the line. I wasn't even looking at the screen when I said that.
Hello, Senpai.
Yo, Emiya. Oh, wait. I assume that's
probably Mitsuzuri. Yo, Emiya, have you finally given up and come to draw some arrows?
Sakura and Mitsuzuri, I was right. We're at the archery range. The two of them are still in their school uniforms. Is it because before practice? No, I'm unfortunately empty-handed. What are you two doing?
Oh, we have practice in the afternoon, so Mato and I were just talking about our project for the Kyudo Club at the Cultural Festival. Oh yeah,
there was talk about that.
It's...
Oh my god. Every time their fucking sprites change, my brain is just adjusted to the expectation when a sprite changes, that character will be talking, and then it's not. It fucks me up.
It's different when doing Kyudo, but the Kyudo Club doesn't quite have a sense of unity when it comes to social activities. They haven't decided on a project yet.
Please come in, Senpai. There are many things that I'd like to get your advice on.
I see. Excuse me then.
So,
in that case, you're taking the lead as the new captain.
Yes, I've been thinking about that.
We don't have any oppositions within the club, but it's hard to get everyone on the same page. Mitsuzuri sighs. The Kyudo Club isn't small. In the past, there were also troublemakers like me and Shinji too, so there must be all kinds of things with the current underclassmen.
Yes, I don't know if I can actually pull everyone together.
If it's not possible for you, it's not possible for anyone. It's not like Emiya or I can do anything about it directly either, still. Mitsuzuri tries to encourage her, but she's not very articulate about it. Cultural festivals are for fun, so we don't want to add on to the pressure. First things first. Do you know what you guys are doing for your project?
Not at all. We haven't even gotten there yet. Because we have bigger problems. First is the sense of unity among the club members, or rather Mato's confidence. She's already fully competent as a Kyudo Club captain, but she doesn't have enough experience as a festival leader. I'm ashamed. The only experience I've had having fun with everyone's at Senpai's house.
God, it's like a little itch in my throat.
Maybe I should drink some water. That might be a good idea.
Okay. Hopefully that helps. Jesus. Sakura looks discouraged. Sakura doesn't seem like she's ever let loose and had fun. Well, I'm not one to talk either. The three of us think hard. The ticking of the clock oh my god.
Jesus. Stop! Please! I beg of you! I can only take so much.
God damn. I don't know where that came from. All of a sudden. The ticking of the clock painfully cuts through the silence.
Well, let us know if you come up with any good ideas too, Emiya. We still have time.
The morning kinda ended on a dark note. However, how to get Sakura to... Oh my god. Please!
Sorry. God damn.
However, how to get Sakura to overcome her weakness, huh? Training Camp 1. Okay.
Ah, okay, so we're just... Oh no, wait, we can go back into town.
Thought we were stuck there again.
Nothing going on right now, actually. So, I guess go to night. Okay, go to sleep.
Okay, town. Yeah. The castle.
We're gonna do this other Ilya. Instead of the mysterious person, or mysterious lack of person.
Let's ask her about the truth. No one will interfere here. The resumed Holy Grail War won't have any effect all the way out here, either. Are you sure about that? I mean, the fact that Ilya is alive in general is kind of, I don't know. Ilya's nowhere in sight. I'm vaguely confident that she's waiting in the inner courtyard. Should I call Ilya or go to her myself? What should we talk about?
Hello, Shido. What's going on today? You didn't tell me that you'd be coming to play.
Ilya appears in the salon. I didn't need to call for her. Her timing is so perfect, it's like she read my mind. Yeah, I don't have an appointment, but I do want to talk. Ilya, I'd like you to tell me something. No secret. I cut straight to the point. My doubts disappeared as soon as I made this choice. I resolved myself and faced Ilya.
You'd like me to tell you something?
Well, I completely forgot what I meant to ask her. No, I never even had anything concrete in mind. That's weird. Pretty sure I had something serious to ask you about.
You were thinking about it, but you forgot.
It's okay. You'll think of it eventually.
My dad just entered the room with our parrot Ilya, so it was funny seeing him perk up as you say his name. Aw, that's so cute. Aw. That's really good.
There are days when you sometimes remember things you forgot.
I guess. Sorry, I'll remember next time. Ilya's smile buoys my spirits and scatters my inexplicable anxiety.
Hey, Shido. You don't look like you have any other plans. Let's have tea. Wait, I'll ask Sella to get it ready right away.
Well, I could join you for tea and conversation. I sit down in a chair, feeling somehow unsatisfied. It's still early, but I do get to enjoy a swanky parlor. Why not enjoy a cup of afternoon tea? Okay, yeah, skip the scene. Sleepover. Oh my god, there are so... Jesus, there are so many fucking new options. Which should we do?
Now we can see that Sella scene. Go to sleep presenting Sella, you mean? I presume that's what you mean anyway. Ruins, I vote ruins. Well, I don't know. I'll let there be a little bit of debate. While I take another sip of water. That's the one that unlocks from the scene we did 2 streams ago. Ah, okay. Interesting. Then, in that case... Yeah, if we unlocked this one, then let's go ahead and do it.
I don't really have anything to do, but I'll stay awake for a while longer. After that, hospitality. Can't exactly fall asleep. It's past 10 p.m. I'm left getting into a defiant staring contest with a stain on the wall that looks not unlike a corpse. It's been an hour since I lay down on the mattress. My indignation at this outrageous treatment has been quashed, and all that's left for me to do is to go to sleep as I'm told, but... It's cold. It hurts. I can't sleep. I'm physically unable to fall asleep, not mentally. This must be Cella's plan to break my spirit since I sleep regularly in the shed. Fearsome foe indeed. It's freezing though, not gonna lie. She could have at least left me a blanket. No way around it. I hate to do this, but it's a matter of life and death. I'll sneak out and find something I can use as a blanket.
Oh, shit-o. That seems dangerous.
I hear heavy footsteps echoing in the chilly halls. Each step shaves away my already frayed nerves. I didn't think the castle at night would be a big deal, but I'm getting pretty nervous out here on my own. Is this gonna be... Yeah. Oh, that was just the wind. On the 4th floor, so the wind's bound to be stronger up here. This is bad. My fear is increasing by the second. At this rate, I'm liable to run back to the storage room before I even reach the 3rd floor, much less the 1st floor lobby. It's also... Damn, that Scylla, she's got it out for me. Even turned out all the lights in the halls. That's right. The supposedly nightless Einsborn Castle is completely unlit tonight. Of all nights. They aren't suddenly trying to cut their electricity bill. This is pure bullying. Damn it, I won't let this break me. How am I supposed to learn magecraft if I can't handle walking around a castle at night? I walk down the hall, flinching at the sound of my own footsteps. Just a little longer to the stairs. This'll work out as long as I can reach the ground floor. Most of the doors are locked, but the salon should still be open. Sure I can find something there that'll serve as a blanket. Oh, nice, I see lights. Even Scylla didn't completely douse the lights in the lobby. Good. It's so damn big that it still gives me the creeps, but this is better than the hallway. I quietly descend the central staircase. The salon should be that way. The lobby is well lit, so some of that light should reach the salon too. I was too naive. And this is way weirder than it needs to be. Ghostly aristocrats wouldn't look out of place dancing here among the... oh shit, how do you pronounce that again? Is it Risoko or Rokoko? I don't remember. Style furnishings. Whatever. Just gotta find something that'll work as a blanket. I move stealthily inside. The fluffy carpet muffles my footsteps, but the complete silence is creeping me out. If things are this quiet, I feel like I won't notice if someone sneaks up behind me. Hold on. Did I just hear something? I did. Something white is moving behind that glass chest of drawers in the corner of the room. I've heard rumors of sinister things appearing in the castle lately. Ghosts roaming the forest. The monster Ilya saw underground. Something lurking in the darkened parlor. I crouch and slowly move deeper into the room. Using the table as a shield, I position myself so that I can run if anything happens. Who's there?
You first!
Huh? We slowly lock eyes like arranged marriage prospects meeting for the first time.
I see. You came down to the 1st floor looking for a blanket to help you weather the cold. My apologies. I should have provided a little more warmth for a guest from the outside.
Yeah, I'd appreciate that.
Very well. I'll have a blanket sent up immediately.
Sella's going to honor my request. It's a little anticlimactic, but I'm not complaining.
On another note, I must apologize for my rudeness. Given the late hour and the dimly lit parlor, I mistook you for a burglar, Master Emiya.
No, that goes for me too. I didn't think you'd be here, so I thought you were a
On yet another note, what would you like for breakfast tomorrow morning? Would you prefer rice instead of bread?
Bread's fine.
Then we will serve bread. Please let me know if you have any other requests.
Sella talks quickly. She's certainly proving to be a refined maid, but I don't have any other requests. I'll go back to my room once I get a blanket, so, I hold out my hand.
What is it, Master Emiya?
A blanket. You don't need to bring it up to the 4th floor, just give it to me here.
If I might change the topic a third time, what time do you typically wake, Master Emiya? I'll arrange for a morning call.
This is what I'm talking about. Sella is stubbornly refusing to give me a blanket. Fine, I'll go back to my room. Please send the blanket up as soon as you can. I say goodbye and start walking back to the stairs.
Are you available?
The maid blocks my path. What?
I asked if you have any spare time right now.
Did you hear a word I said?
Very good. Then allow me to present you with some work. In the left inner side of this lobby. Can you see it over there? If you follow that passage, it will take you to the stairs leading underground. There's a wooden door at the very bottom of the stairs. Please go inside, do one round of the room, and come back here.
Wait, that's the wine cellar I heard about today.
That would be the name for it, yes.
And? So you're telling me to go check it out in your place?
Regrettably, I am preoccupied with other tasks, so I can't spare the effort to inspect the wine cellar.
Just asking, but what happens if I refuse?
Well, I suppose that you might not ever receive a blanket.
But... That's dirty! You planned this all along, you conniving maid!
I would never do such a thing. I hardly need to mention that this matter is between us and us alone. If I were to recount the facts, you had a secret meeting with me at night. I believe you would not want that news getting out.
What the hell is wrong with this maid? First extortion and now blackmail?
So you don't want Liz to know?
It's so... Oh, wait, so you don't want Liz to know? It's so dumb. You should have just asked her instead of bluffing. Liz wouldn't laugh at you.
That is none of your concern. Are you going to undertake this task or not?
I'll do it, on one condition. You have to come with me part of the way. Liz might notice if you don't at least do that.
True, I suppose. Will it be sufficient to accompany you midway down the stairs?
Yeah, make sure to give me a blanket afterward.
Yes. I promise you the most luxurious of blankets.
It's a deal. Time to go spelunking, then.
Ever play the Extella games? Nope. I have not.
Not yet, anyway. Maybe at some point.
We descend the stairs. The stairway is wider than I expected. About 2 meters wide.
Master Amiya, I have a condition as well.
Sure, what?
Whatever happens, do not speak of it.
I turn around. I can't see Stella's face in the dark, but I can tell that she's clinging to me. It's obvious from the way that she's clutching my shirt. You mean I can't tell you what I see?
Yes. No matter what happens, do not describe what you see down there. Simply report whether it was dangerous or not.
At this point, my feelings toward her are progressing from exasperation to sympathy. As you wish. Wait here, Stella. I'll check out the cellar.
Wait here, Stella. I'll check out the cellar. Yes, throw your rocks. Throw them now.
Thank you, Master Amiya. Please remember to be discreet. Silence is golden.
That's not exactly what that saying means, but she gets her desperation across. I leave Stella and proceed to the bottom of the stairs. The door is here. I feel around and locate the wooden door. Now I just need to go inside. What am I getting cold feet for? Can't learn magecraft if I'm afraid of a ghost or two. I repeat the pep talk I gave myself earlier and push the door open. All clear. For now. There isn't a speck of dust to be seen. They must keep this place clean. I can't see the whole room without any light, but I do see what appears to be densely packed wine barrels. I expected to smell alcohol. I gingerly step into the room. Focusing my senses, I search the darkness. Nothing weird so far. I'd expect to spot a ghost or two in this environment, but I don't sense any spiritual abnormalities. This just looks like a regular, if slightly eerie, wine cellar. I told her it was just a normal wine cellar. Something is here. Something unreal is lurking in the darkness. Every hair on my body stands on end. This isn't some puny ghost. Whatever's in front of me, it's a fanged monster capable of murderous brutality. It's here! Stella! Ilya was right! There's something down here!
Why are you running this way, Master Amiya? That isn't what you promised. I don't need a detailed description. Be a man and fight it to the death.
That's crazy! You should have seen that thing! It was downright evil, like a freshly severed head of a dragon with feet! No way in hell I am facing that down in the dark!
What nonsense! Its mouth takes up a third of its body? No such creature exists!
There's plenty! All right, I'll take you to the zoo next time. You can look at all the sharks and alligators you want.
Yeah, no, don't come any closer! The ghost is chasing you!
Time to retreat to the surface. Sella's clinging to my left arm, but my willpower will carry us back up there at max speed.
It's coming!
Sella. Oh, it's coming! Sella, where to now? Sella!
The second floor! It's off limits. We mustn't endanger my mistress. Outside, Master Emiya. We can limit our casualties outside.
I'd like to know which casualties you mean exactly, but I'm not going to ask right now. Okay, outside we go!
Not that way. That way is the courtyard, a roadblock, a cul-de-sac. If we go there, it's a dead end.
Her warning is too late. We run into the courtyard and the monster from the wine cellar blocks our exit with its massive body. We're finished. I was a fool to rely on a human. We both fall to our knees. Heavy iron creaks on the ground. Resigned to our fate, we turn to face the monster behind us.
What a surprise. Shiro and Sella. Are you friends?
And all three of us stare at each other.
Lestred? Are you the one who Master Emiya saw in the wine cellar? I was just standing guard at the wine cellar. Someone was in there, so I chased them all the way here. I see. Do you have anything to say for yourself, Master Emiya?
No, ma'am. The truth is as you see it. There's no need to explain. The shadow I saw in the wine cellar was Liz. She chased me out because she mistook me for a thief.
You went into the wine cellar, Shiro?
Yeah, I was curious about the ghost story today, so I went to check it out. I'm ashamed to say I thought you were the ghost and I ran away.
Oh, what about you, Sella? Why are you with Shiro?
Oh, well, I ran into her in the lobby. I ran into her in the lobby on the way back. She got mad at me because I was running in the halls, as always.
Oh, Sella is always mad.
Liz believes me without question. Sorry, Liz. I did promise Sella not to talk about it to anyone.
As Master Emiya said, I was about to head down to the cellar myself. I didn't expect that you would also be there. More importantly, Lesbert, did you find anything down there? Nothing. Shiro came in and ran away, that's all. I see. I thought perhaps Lady Iliasville witnessed something abnormal rather than just an intruder. But there was nothing there. I don't think the ghosts in the forest or in the castle.
AJ, probably not. Or at the very least, if I ever did at some point, probably not on a stream. Just not something that's ever really been on the list. Of course not. Such feeble entities could never enter the Irnsburn Castle. Only spirits of high spiritual caliber can enter this castle. Things that can only turn into black shades would not stand a chance.
What a curious person. She's afraid of ghosts, but she doesn't reject them outright.
What, Master Emiya? You look like you have something to say.
Nah, just thinking to myself. Sella, you said that the ghosts in the forest can't enter the castle?
They cannot. The castle boasts comprehensive spiritual defenses. Spirits would flock from throughout the woods otherwise.
And you mentioned that Ilya saw a suspicious shadow underground. By the way, Liz, how long have you been doing what you just did earlier?
We rotate guard duty once every 3 days. But we don't patrol underground like we did tonight. Lesret has superior mobility, but her operating time is brief. She would collapse if she had to work every day without rest. Yeah, I would. Lesret? Don't tell me. sorry, Stella. I've been doing more patrols lately because Ilya is scared. What? Then the Shadow Lady Iliasville saw was you? Yeah. If it scared Shido too, then it was probably me.
Heck yeah, I was scared. Even Ilya would be surprised if Liz rounded a corner carrying that massive weapon in the middle of the night.
Lizrit, you...
I can understand why Sella's upset. Liz could have chosen a more peaceable way to patrol at night.
Why would you do this? You should understand your own abilities. Yeah, but I have to work hard for Ilya. She'll be happy if the castle is warm.
Such admirable loyalty. Liz has been going on patrol every night to make Ilya more comfortable. You did good. You really do love Ilya, Liz.
Yeah, I'm happy when she's happy.
Wow, what a paragon of a maid. I have a sudden urge to pat her on the head.
I understand the situation now. Out of respect for your love for our mistress, I will overlook tonight's incident. Are you mad, Senna? Of course I am. If you don't want to anger me any further, then go back to your room this instant and rest. Your health does not only belong to you. I'm sure you understand my meaning, Ezra. I'm sorry, Sela. I'll go back now.
Liz plods out of the courtyard, like an abandoned puppy. That was a little harsh, Sela. Liz said that she did all those patrols for Ilya.
That's the problem. Lesrit cannot alter her operational time on a whim like you and I can. She's strictly limited to 12 hours of activity a day. If she exceeds this, it will shorten her lifespan. Knowing this, would you still ask me to forgive her actions tonight?
So, that's how it is. Sorry, I was acting like a know-it-all without knowing the situation at all.
Whatever says, didn't get to say this back during the Ku scene since I came in late. It's really telling that Kirei is something that Ku really despises after the constant vow-breaking shit he went through. And Kirei is his breaking point on that since he always swore to be loyal to his lord, and Kirei is the one guy who makes him go fuck this piece of shit, especially after his lord made him fight his brothers. Yeah, that is interesting. Oh god, hold on. I have notifications on this group chat. I'm gonna hide alerts for now. Because normally I have my phone during streams, I have it set so that it's like, you know, it's not constantly going off. It's kind of muted, but I do have notifications set to always like pop up if it's one of my family members texting me. But right now it's just them talking in a group chat about something, so I don't need to see all that right now. At least now you understand that you're nothing but a layman. Use this lesson to inform your words in the future.
Can't argue with that. It's true that I've been interacting with these two without thinking about their position lately.
There was no helping it, I suppose. You're unaware of what we're capable of. Physical weakness is unavoidable, but ignorance can be overcome with effort. If you wish to make amends, then you should learn from this feeling.
Her words are severe, but they lack their usual animosity. They're about a tenth as spiteful as usual. I feel like I'm being scolded rather than hated. I'll try. What about you, Sela? You told Liz to rest, but you've been awake for the same length of time. You did mention that you're different from her, though.
I just asked you to learn, but you desire a lesson already. Very well. If you're to be my at my mistress's side, then you shouldn't be completely ignorant. Lizard and I are both sister units. No, we're the same model of homunculus, but we each were built for different purposes. I was created as a pure homunculus, while Lizrit was created to be a mystic code for our mistress. I serve Lady Iliasvale as a maid, while Lizrit is a literal part of her.
Liz is part of Ilya? By mystic code, do you mean the dress of heaven? An external magic circuit to reach the third magic cultivated by the Ainsburn Magi over 1,000 years. Ilya was created as a lesser grail. When she puts the dress on, she functions as the original and perfect Iliasvale.
Lesrit is a homunculus, created to allow our mistress to wear the dress of heaven. This is why she lacks certain basic abilities of a homunculus. I might describe her as an Ainsburn-made pseudo-servant. In exchange for being a familiar with superior combat abilities, Lizrit lacks the majority of her senses, and even her ego is deficient.
Then the reason Liz talks so haltingly isn't because she isn't used to speaking Japanese, but because...
Lest you jump to the wrong conclusions, Master Emiya. Lizrit is in no way inferior to you. Like Lady Iliasvale, she is a success that one might consider a crystallization of the Ainsburn's wisdom. If I had to describe a flaw, it would be that our patriarch was too good at his work. She was only meant to be a clump of ether that manifests the dress of heaven, but she was furnished with an ego, incomplete though it may be. Lizrit and I were created approximately 2 years ago. By human standards, Lizrit is still a child, but the concept of age is immaterial to us homunculi. We inherit all of the knowledge and ethos we require from nature upon the moment of our birth. We do not need to waste time maturing over a number of years.
Scylla says that they don't mature. It follows that they won't grow any further either. Hold on, but Ilia does.
Our mistress was born from Lady Irisveal's egg and Kiritsugu Emiya's sperm.
You're okay. I mean, I know you're just really laying it down clinically, but I did not expect to get that description.
It is true that she began life as a human infant, but her growth has stopped at its current stage. She is a higher order of life, both homunculus and human. In our eyes, she is none other than a miracle. Impure creatures such as humans are unworthy to touch her.
Scylla sounds breathless. So that's why she's always so hostile. Scylla doesn't only see Ilia as the Ainsburn heiress, she has a prejudice against me because of how proud she is of Ilia. Wait, 2 years? Then you're both younger than me?
I told you that we lack a concept of age. We'll always be both older and younger than you. A perfect homunculus is a tactile sense of nature created by humans. As long as we're connected to this planet, as long as its mana fills the atmosphere, we will never die.
Well, so, you're immortal?
Unfortunately, we will still perish if destroyed. While our concept of mortality is stronger than yours, we are vastly inferior organisms. Lizrit may have overcome some of those limits, but she is excessively synchronized with our mistress. Once Lady Iliasvale's vital functions halt, Lizrit will cease to function as well.
You mean Liz will die if Ilia dies?
Yes. Lizrit is our mistress's tool. She is a literal part of her. If Lady Iliasvale, the main body, dies, then it will affect her terminal, Lizrit. Still, there are advantages to this arrangement. Lizrit lacked a concrete psyche when she was created, but she gained an intellect when she was connected to our mistress. You heard what she said earlier, that she is happy if her mistress is happy. It is the truth. Lizrit, with her weak sense of self, is learning to imitate being human by emulating her mistress. That girl sees our mistress as both a treasure to protect and a part of herself. Of course, she is so engrossed in this notion that she sometimes forgets her own bodily limits. She's putting the cart before the horse, grumbles Scylla.
So that's why Liz works so hard to help Ilia. Ilia represents something Liz can't obtain herself. Ilia is her hope. She gives Liz something that she never had before. Hey, you said that Liz would share Ilia's fate if something bad ever happened to her. But what about you? You're a homunculus too, so...
I cannot synchronize with my mistress to that degree. While Lizrit was forged solely from the Ainsburn mystics, I was created using ordinary alchemy. I function perfectly as a homunculus, but I cannot achieve miracles like Lady Iliasvale and Lizrit. Once they leave for the seat of heaven, my role is to rot away here. What are you looking at me like that for? Well, I don't mean to boast, my magic circuits are of exceptional quality, even if I am physically lacking. I do not require a human's pity, much less that of a half-baked mage such as you, Shido Emiya.
Apparently, Scylla is both Ilia's governess and magecraft tutor. She's a maid who was made to specialize in magecraft, to the point where she could teach Ilia. It's no surprise she'd have such a low opinion of me. Half-baked, huh? I've been doing what I can to train myself. I must still seem like a baby chick to you.
Utterly. You're still a chirping chick. I can hardly entrust my mistress to the likes of you.
Sella huffs and turns away. Maybe she's in a good mood after scolding me, or maybe something happened. I think I see a hint of a smile.
Yes. I've already sent for the blanket, as promised. It should be at your chamber by the time you return.
Right, thanks. I completely forgot about that. I completely forgot after the thing with Liz.
I shall take my leave then. Thank you for your help in the wine cellar and the courtyard. If you require anything else, I will try to make sure your needs are met.
Sella straightens her back and walks off briskly. Well, guess I'd better head to my bedroom. I'm exhausted after everything. That should help me fall asleep soon. It's getting late. Feels a little cold to be sleeping, but I'll manage. Okay, time to sleep. I don't have anything else to do. I snuggle up inside my paltry bedding and close my eyes. Look at this fucking... Why does he look like that? I take a break from the fighting. I stop thinking about all the problems plaguing me and rest. In this castle far from the city, the fourth night wears on. Like an old dog settling down after a long life, I drift off to sleep as always, unaware that I'm in death's abyss.
Da da da. Well.
Okay. I need like 5 minutes or something to just kind of take a breather, maybe grab some water or something. I'll be back in a few. As always, before I go to BRB, I'll remind you, if you weren't here earlier, the donation incentive right now at the top of the bar will be up until the 30th this month. It is the extra donation incentive, which is a reward for passing the regular one. If we get to that, I'll start a commentary stream series where I go back over the entirety of Danganronpa 1 and commentate on all of the characters and arcs and themes and stuff, full spoiler style, just like picking it apart very granularly, because I think that would be interesting to do. So yeah, donate for that if you want that, or don't if you don't. Anyway, I'm gonna BRB now. I'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you for your patience. I don't know why, I'm just very tired. But we go. We continue. Let's go to the church. Oh shit, we getting the church filter up in here? Okay. Sure, why not?
There's no one at the chapel. Kide Kotomine, the head priest, passed away. Well, it was treated as a disappearance to the general public, and a succeeding priest came, but that priest also returned to their country, so the church is under a lockdown. Alright. I sit on the bench and rest my body. When I'm by myself like this, a lot of piled up questions start to arise. There's several things I have to think about. Within those things, what I have to prioritize most right now is... It's what you're forgetting, right?
Oh, okay. It was Gil.
It's what you're forgetting, right?
The golden-haired boy standing at the altar says, You.
Hello. You were frowning, so I came to help.
He slowly walks towards me. He closely resembles the priest that was once at this altar. He guesses my worries accurately and exposes the truth that I don't even want to know. I'm forgetting something, huh? Do you know?
I do. Saber and Sakura must also be wondering why you're slacking off.
Slacking off? Well, it's not like I'm enthusiastically trying to pursue the truth, but I feel like slacking off has a different meaning. What do you mean by slacking off?
It's your daily routine. You're not using your magecraft at all. Have you trained in the shed at all since we've gotten into this situation?
No, that's just because I didn't know how to use it, or I didn't have the opportunity to try it out. Hearing him say that makes me think back and wonder if that was really the case.
That's what's important. The fact that you don't try it because you don't have the opportunity in itself is weird for someone who trains as much as you do.
I see. You're right. Just as the boy says, the fact that Shido Emiya isn't training is weird in itself. So that's what the abnormality is. The problem is why I forgot about such a basic routine. If there was something like an enemy, is that abnormality itself the magecraft that the enemy cast? I forgot about magecraft training itself. So does that mean I'm not able to use strengthening anymore?
You'll always be able to. You just forgot your skill and just weren't using it. Humans can generally manage with what they know, but they can't step into unknown territory. They don't know, so they can't do it.
Oh. The gears start turning. The function that just existed and wasn't working slowly starts moving. That's right. I haven't lost my magic circuits. If I feel like it, then I can fight back. The option of fighting is what I'd forgotten about. The training that only the mage known as Shido Emiya has and others can't copy or don't know about.
Yes, but trying it out without using it once would be suicidal. Please do not forget to practice it at your usual spot.
He must have said what he wanted to say. The boy steps away from the altar just like the priest. Thanks for the advice. But is that okay? We're told not to meddle much, right?
Not really. I'll probably get in trouble. She's scary when she's mad. Before, she would make me cranky out of spite, but now she would simply ignore me. It's pretty tough. Poca miseria. Miseria.
I probably fucking said that wrong, so sorry.
Huh? What?
It's slang. She wasn't raised properly.
He's not making any sense. The Goldie went up the stairs, his gesture still gloomy. Well, I moved a step forward, so it's fine. The fundamental thing that I had forgotten. I remembered the only weapon. No, the fact that Shido Emiya had a weapon. I'll try reenacting my daily routine during my free time.
Well, there you go. I guess that's something that we can do now. Probably. But not right now, I guess. Yeah, nothing else to do, so It's past 9 p.m. after dinner. Yeah. So it's probably part of the... Yeah, we can go to the shed now. My heart pounds. A clear desire to reach a goal fills my blood. I see. That's why I came to the shed for no reason. My body wanted to, whether I knew it or not. Go here. Recover your past self. Know what your weapon is, it urged. On some physical level, I knew that I had to do this fight by Saber's side. I sit cross-legged and focus my nerves. Now to see if I can use this well or not. How many blanks were there? I can't even remember that much, so I might have a hard time activating my magic circuits. I'm not confident that this will work out. I concentrated on a point within myself, intending to start from scratch. It was silly to be so nervous. I succeeded easily in activating my magic circuits and performing strengthening magecraft. Oh, it was no big deal after all. It was anticlimactic, but maybe that's what it feels like for people to overcome a slump. Also, this is unexpectedly fascinating. For the first time, it felt fun to practice and use magecraft. I can finally move forward. I think of a sniper I shouldn't have seen yet. I finally remember my weapon. Tonight, I'll hone my power as much as time allows. Hey! Now that you've regained your weapons, you just need to nail down your objective. The enemy you must defeat awaits you in the wasteland of chirping cicadas. Well, well, well. Alrighty. Interesting that this thing with Saber is here now. I kind of wanna check that out. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. It became a late lunch. I soothe my screaming stomach and go back to the park holding my lunch. The park on a fine autumn day is thriving just like a weekend would be. The installed benches are mostly taken. I look for a place where I can sit and walk along the river in the park. An autumn breeze that smells like salt blows from the river mouth. It starts to feel even cooler. The clear blue sky and sunlight make me forget that right away. It's a really refreshing weekend. On the other side of the line of bright yellow ginkgo trees that shimmer as they waver, I can hear the cheers of children and the sound of a bouncing ball. Soccer. Wonder if they're playing soccer for fun. I did it. I did do it to keep I did it. I did do it to keep Shinji company. We did it on a day when it snowed for once. That time Shinji lost one shoe. Well, that's fine. I find a sunny spot on the side of the field and sit cross-legged. The outline of my stomach is starting to become visible. It should be like a soccer ball that's out of air. I take the double-layered lunchbox out of the bag and stuff myself intently. After getting settled, I look up as I'm chewing. On the field are 8 children fighting for the ball in teams of 4 against 4. I watch the game while chewing boiled burdock. I was watching thinking that this was child's play, but on the contrary, their movements are quite nimble. It seems like each one of them are aware of their assigned roles of attack and defense. It's atypical for their number of players, but this is more like an amateur game than for fun. As I'm spectating, 2 of them clearly have different movements and are making clean passes. It seems like they're taking it a bit easy on the other kids. They must belong to their local soccer team. As I'm thinking that, there are some energetic ones that charge toward the ball just with force. They get dodged effortlessly with feints and fall forward many times. But the way that they don't give up even then is endearing, and it makes me want to cheer them on a little. I'm not the only one who thinks that. There's someone in jeans who's raising their voice and cheering them on from diagonally across the field. That's not like any cheering that I'm used to, but like a sports broadcast where they're voicing every reaction. The kids are also getting distracted every time they raise their voice and look awkward. They're not Japanese. Their hair's a beautiful shade of blonde that's different from dyed hair. They're pale and skinny like a girl. The big lunchbox by their feet looks familiar. Wait, aren't those my shirt and jeans? How close? You should cut your way in.
Saber? Yeah, there's no doubt about it. I'm sorry, I just have to return. They are pale and skinny like a girl. Yeah. You know, like all women. Like, what are you talking about, man? Anyway.
Yes, there you go. Wonderful. How commendable.
When I try to get the completely immersed Saber to notice me by standing up and waving my hand, one of the children leaves the game and goes towards Saber. The other children start to gather too. Interesting, they all have designs. Huh. Very fitting timing, given that the World Cup is going on right now. Yeah, that's true. That's true. This is actually them. We're watching it right now. I bet you didn't know that was going to be the stream.
Oh, are you done? You're a girl? Whatever. You're loud, miss.
Being grilled by the kids, Saber looks behind her.
Miss is referring to me, I suppose. There's no one else. We don't mind you watching, but can you be more quiet? Yeah, you're screwing us up.
The other kids also agree.
How impolite of me. I always see cheering on a large scale, so I tried to do it like that. When they score, they make waves in groups, and that is a spectacular...
The children's merciless stares stab into Saber, who bends and extends her knees by herself.
Excuse me. I shall watch quietly from now on.
She hangs her head low. The ball hits her knees and Saber looks up.
Did you want to join us?
The one who threw it was the boy who was moving recklessly.
Is that okay?
Saber's face lights up as she takes the ball in her hands.
You should quit it, Vomit. Shut up. She's a foreigner. Idiot, there's no team with only Japanese people nowadays. I guess that's true. Do you know how to play soccer? Miss, where are you from? France? Germany? I'm from England.
The children raise their voices in surprise. Soccer is England's
national sport, right? Like sumo in Japan? No, it's not. It's Germany or Brazil that made it a national sport. England is, that hybrid between gateball and baseball. I forgot what it's called. What is that? Isn't that golf? Golf's the national sport of Scotland, but England is where soccer was born. Wow, you really know a lot.
The boy that talked to Saber clicks his tongue.
Man, it's not Spain? No.
Saber shakes her head in wonder.
If you're English, you must be good at soccer.
The boy with glasses asks.
No, I've never tried. Yeah, right. You were totally watching on the edge of your seat. Does that mean that women don't play? Are you talking about soccer? No.
Saber is staring at the ball in her hands.
I was always interested, but I never had the opportunity because I was training every day. However, I've seen soldiers playing often. I intend to somewhat learn the rules. All you have to do is pass the ball to each other and take it to the goal that indicates enemy territory, correct? Yeah, but anyone knows that. Soldiers in training. What are you, miss? The military? Yes, something like that. Oh, are you an office worker for the Self-Defense Force? Self-Defense Force? I was expecting a lot from you, but you're a beginner? Gonna get more of a burden, aren't we, Vomit? I said shut up!
As I'm watching over from afar, the representatives of each team play rock, paper, scissors and seem to have decided who will take in the foreign athlete that jumped in. Saber jumps out right onto the field, mingling with the kids. I'm relieved for now. I was about to go in between the circle of kids asking if they were having trouble, but I didn't have to interrupt them like that. I pick my chopsticks back up and resume picking at my lunch. I try acting playful and hide between the shade of a tree.
Here I go, miss! I'm not miss, I'm Saber.
Even while protesting, she sharply follows the ball that jumps up in front of her.
Trap it!
A boy's voice pierces through her back.
A trap? Stop it with your body! I see.
An inconsistent play continues. No matter how petite Saber is, there's something off about her playing among the kids. But she doesn't mind that at all, and she's shining vibrantly. The kids seem to pick up on the fact that Saber is enjoying herself, so they stop going easy on her and start playing seriously. Saber's already become a spectacle. She copied the movements of the kids and became used to handling the ball in the blink of an eye. The way she carries herself is like a different person within a few minutes. She even easily catches balls that you would have normally gone out of play and returns them to the game. When that happens, the opposing team can't carelessly kick it into their safety zone and score a goal, so they're passing it little by little. Even so, the kid that caught my eye, who seemed to be part of the local team, makes full use of feints and handles Saber, who approaches him to try to steal the ball. He slows down his running speed abruptly and falls forward, passing towards a different direction from Saber's line of sight. She's being trifled with easily. But there's no second time. He pretends to shoot with all his might, but then passes the ball to his teammates on the side. Saber catches up in an agile manner. The ball crosses over to Saber at last. Unfortunately, the four on her side have retreated towards the back. Only Saber is in the enemy territory. Saber looks back to her own team as if to ask what she should do. High-spirited voices overlap onto her back.
Wide open! Shoot it!
Saber's expression suddenly becomes serious.
Yes!
The opposing team is invaded so far that they visibly look short-handed. The boy who's defender and goalkeeper runs to the goal. Saber approaches in front of the goal with a dribble as if sliding on the grass. She faces the goalkeeper one-on-one. She shoots straight at the goal without hesitation. Being intimidated by her spirit, the goalkeeper's body freezes. The ball brushes over his head and bounces high off the bar above the goal.
Oh man, a shot! How scary!
The energetic boy's surprised shout drowns out the unhappy voices.
Not yet! Push it in! Of course!
When I look up, the ball that became a black dot in the sky has been pushed back by a headwind. Saber sprints toward the point of the fall. Really, it's supposed to be out if it goes out of the line, even if it's in the air, but the rules allow that here, so the ball's not out.
I won't let you!
The opposing team, who came running back as if not to let that happen, surrounds Saber. Saber uses the reaction of her knee's bounce, shows off a jump that surpasses their height, and grabs the ball. She lands, her shirt rising up. Saber holds the ball high over her head and throws it in front of the kids, who are taken aback. The goal net sways behind the goalkeeper, who stands rigidly. She somewhat makes a goal.
How is this?
The kid's turned-off stare pierces through Saber, who turns around with a proud pose.
Oh?
She frantically tucks in her shirt that had lifted up greatly into her pants.
Did you see? My jeans are a bit loose. That's not it! We wouldn't look, idiot. I saw.
The kids also get influenced, blushing while holding their foreheads.
Are you serious, miss? That's football if you use your hands! Huh? What is football?
She's flustered, getting scolded, while Saber is the one at fault.
Isn't she getting it mixed up with rugby? Rugby?
Saber asks with a confused, "Oh,
Rugby?
Saber asks with a confused look.
The soccer that you all mentioned is football in short, correct? Are you not allowed to use your hands? Of course not! That's a handball! That's a foul! Oh. However, there are times when they throw the ball on television. Only the goalie can use their arms. I said that he's the goalie at the very beginning. Yeah, me.
The goalie boy raises his hands again.
Oh, I didn't know that that's what you meant. That was my mistake. I shall be careful from now on.
Saber fixes her drooping head and crosses her arms in wonder.
The rules of Japanese soccer are complicated while being simple. In my country, all we had to do was put the ball in the goal. Does that mean anything goes? Yes, we kick the ball because it's the most efficient way to cover distance. We would hold the ball underneath our arms, steal it from each other, and charge through while punching each other right before the goal. Punching is totally a foul too. Eject! Eject! How about bouncing the ball off walls or trees? Is that not allowed either? There's no trees growing on the field. There were more games in the town than the field. The town? Are you actually British? I do not have much confidence when you ask me that.
What Saber was watching in admiration during the Dynasty period must have been the ball game that became soccer's original form. Besides, it's about Saber. Even if it's different from what she's used to, she should get used to moving her body right away. What's more worrying is... So, your footwork is what's most important. The kids look at each other half disgusted. There's heading too, but you're a girl.
Do girls shoot goals like that? Then I shall kick seriously. You weren't serious before? I was about to bump into others, so I was going easy on you all.
The children look dubious. They're starting to whisper face to face, leaving Saber out of the circle. That especially energetic boy is loudly saying things like, "Are you serious? I won't do it!" Or, "Fine, yeah, I'm the one that's always wrong." What a fun guy. The circle unravels and they face Saber again.
Okay then, miss. Let's fight from the beginning again. How about that? It is a match. Very well. I shall accept the challenge. I cannot be satisfied with only one mistake after another. More than anything, I cannot enjoy my dinner like this. I also felt as though you had not been going all out yet.
There it is. Saber's specialty, and also her biggest weakness, her competitive nature. The kids are really pale now. They've been dealing with quite the opponent, despite her being a beginner. As expected of the monstrous king of beasts. Even if her opponents are immature little kids, she doesn't go easy on them at all. So, the rock, paper, scissors that will determine the boy's life or death starts. Screams echo across the field, and friends and foes are decided. As both armies distance themselves, Saber looks wonderingly.
The number of people are different from before. There are 5 people over there. Are there only 4 people on the team, including myself?
Her share with the 5 pounds, she should hit the ball with the flat edge of Excalibur, even though it might be golf at that point. Yeah, just fucking whizzes past the sky. Like you see the fucking what's that effect when there's like a sonic boom or whatever, like you know, when like the blue of the sky turns dark for a second and then you see like the circle around it as like the light comes back.
It's a handicap. You're worth 2 people, miss. That's why it's 5 versus 5. No, it's not. It's the same whether you're here or not, Vomit. Shut up.
Before they start the game, the children choose who will go buy drinks and express their desires. Saber's conversation continues next to them.
Even so, I am a beginner. But Vomit, I'm glad that you're on my team. Don't call me Vomit!
His voice echoes an exceptional amount, and the children go silent for a moment. But the different drinks that are mentioned drowns out the silence.
Gola. I want a pudding shake. Me too. Are you serious? Bean sprouts candy. Hot doctal pepper. Chili pepper noodles. Tebow tea. Root beer. Fine, I'll go look for them. You better drink them. I'd like some tea, please. In a bottle, if possible. I can't hold everything. Someone else come with me.
The boys who hold the drinks in their hands stretch their legs on the grass and take a short break. Saber sits straight next to the boys who sit cross-legged. Then the fun fact, the VA just says Dr. Pepper.
He's like, yeah, I'm not saying that. I'm not gonna say that stupid off-brand shit. I'm just gonna say Dr. Pepper.
Jeez. She seems to be looking around. Unlike usual, it looks like she noticed that she's not wearing a skirt. She looks around carefully and nervously tries sitting cross-legged. I was wondering what's up with that satisfied expression. I pull my head into the shadow of the tree and feel a slight sense of loss. Just kidding. I was desperately trying to hold back my laughter. Saber talks to the boy energetically.
It seems like that was not a good nickname from earlier. I apologize for calling you that so familiarly. However, are you okay as things stand? I'm not mad or anything. Sorry for raising my voice.
Another boy lays flat on his stomach on the grass.
Oh, in the JP they didn't censor it. Yeah, that makes sense.
This guy's good at being a goalie since he's not afraid of the ball. That's wonderful. I want to shoot goals, as a forward. You haven't gotten a single point, though. So, when was it exactly? You took a shot straight to your stomach from this close, and then you yacked. I see. So that is why you were called that. Yeah, that's it. That's nothing to be embarrassed about. That is a wound of honor. You can't get a foul from an opponent just from throwing up. What was your original name again? You were talking about it before, right? Was it Vermeeston? Wasn't it Gullickson? No.
The boy scratches his head and says,
There's an athlete that can shoot insane goals in La Liga in Spain. His name was Tristan.
Or is it Tristan? I don't know. That the accented A, I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Saber opens her eyes at that moment and stares fixedly at the boy.
What? Don't get so close to me.
Does anybody know? Can you tell me real quick so I don't get it wrong again? This one's been beating my fucking ass with the pronunciations, huh? I'm not sure what you're referring to, Alec, so I wouldn't know reference-wise. What do you mean? Probably just put emphasis on the accent. Yeah. I mean, that made the most sense to me, I suppose. Yeah. Anyway, sorry I got a little, spaced out a little bit there for a second. Tristan, if I'm correct. Yeah. I don't know. I'll just say it like that.
Tristan.
Hmm?
Are you Tristan? Vomit's fine. Stop it. That's embarrassing. It is a wonderful name. Tristan. Please let me call you that. It's not my real name or anything. Trouble, Tristan, if I'm this weak at soccer.
Saber puts her hand on her chest and speaks.
That's not true. Being admired by a boy like you would be the best encouragement for one going to battle in any generation.
The Tristan boy turns red even while being flustered.
So what if you cannot get 1 point? You'll be able to right away. Let us try our best, with the 4 of us.
Saber takes the initiative in standing up.
That's very sweet of her.
At any rate, the score will turn into something like 77 versus 88 in the end. There will be chances for each athlete to score 1 point.
That's... Okay, yeah, that's still Saber.
There will be chances for each athlete to score 1 point. That's basketball, miss. There aren't any 3-point field goals either. What a weird foreigner.
The game starts. Saber pesters the Tristan boy to go towards the front just beforehand.
If you're planning to win, then you need to go in the front. Go in the front. I have to be the goalie.
He asserts and doesn't back down at all. Oh, no, wait. Jesus Christ.
If you're planning to win, then you need to go in the front. I have to be the goalie.
He asserts and doesn't back down at all. Saber's side is inferior in numbers. It's 3 versus 4, excluding the goalkeeper from both sides. The difference of 1 person in a game with so few people was far more difficult than expected and showed in battle. Once they got a hold of the ball, the strategy was basically attacking by passing the ball between Saber and another person. But the defender role that's supposed to support the 2 in front is 1 person, only 1 person, and 1 dependable.
On the other hand, in addition to the one defender, the opposite side has another person left that acts as a midfielder that can maneuver between both offense and defense. They're actually operating like a soccer team. It seems like the children aren't thinking about the offside rules. Then it should be advantageous to Saber, who can go deep into enemy territory with their leg strength. Or it would be. However, the passes are often interrupted, and everyone has to go on the defensive as the offensive is destroyed right away. Saber and the others are stuck to their own side and can't move at all. Words of encouragement are shouted from the goal to Saber and the others. However, the goalkeeper boy himself mostly can't even go out into the front himself, but he still raises his voice as much as he can and points to a place that's easy to attack. A chance arrives. Saber in the front catches the ball that her teammate clears. She goes into a dribble without skipping a beat. There's a world of difference from her earlier movements. Neither her teammate nor her enemies would be able to catch up. Yes, in order to go against a large number of opponents, she can only move enough to equal 2 Sabers. This visual is very funny. Just like you could just make out the blobs of them. The opposing defense stands in her way. Saber, who slows down, pretends to return the ball to her teammate on the other side towards the back, turns around once and starts sprinting right away again. It's a feint. The opponent that fell right into it was left behind on the field. How good. The only opponent left is the goalkeeper.
That's our chance! We have our first goal!
Her teammates cheer. Saber nods, not stopping her feet. The opposing goalkeeper also saw Saber's goal from earlier. His heart must be in his mouth seeing the approaching lion that's letting out a roar.
I will not miss anymore!
She goes into a shooting position from a place farther than last time. It must be a sign of her confidence. Either that or it's out of mercy to give time for the goalkeeper to run away. Her leg that's being pulled back like a bow flashes. A dry sound like a gunshot echoes across the field. My cheeks are trembling.
Whoa!
The children cover their ears and are frozen in place from astonishment. Did she surpass the speed of sound? When she said kicking seriously, she seriously meant it. Of course, it's Saber. At this point, I check the goal with the worst-case scenario in mind. A child who is disassembled into molecular units and covered in red isn't there. The boy who's crouching in the corner of the goalpost finally opens his eyes. There's no ball in the net, and there aren't any big holes either. It's just swaying in the breeze.
Wow, that was like a movie! The goalie died! I didn't die! So, where's the ball?
The excited students gather towards Saber. Saber points at the sky with a shameful expression.
I apologize.
What? The kid's shrieks and angry roars echo throughout the autumn sky. The poor ball split greatly into the shape of a 3-leaf clover and is rotating like a boomerang or an unidentified flying object.
Oh man, she popped Saigusa's ball! She's gonna kill us! Not my fault, you're the only one who's gonna get yelled at, Kota. What are we gonna do about the game? Well, do it again, please. There aren't any more balls.
Saber's hanging her head in disappointment. As I'm taken aback, the ball falls into a bush near me. A burn mark is going in a straight line on the synthetic leather that was torn greatly from being exposed to the shock of the shot. It's a witness that took Saber's powerful blow. I hesitate for a moment. I don't know whether I should stay and watch the game until the end or leave before she finds me. If I want to watch until the end, then I should watch over how things turn out. I can only choose one or the other when it comes to things like this. I'm reluctant to leave, but I can only do this much. Trace on. Among the children who gather in memory of the lost ball as if they're holding a wake, the Tristan boy is the only one who's still full of energy.
What? It's just a ball. But Saigusa won't have an allowance for a while. No way. Give that up. I shall compensate. That's not possible. She wouldn't accept money from others. That is unfortunate. Then you should get yours, Vomit. You live nearby, right? My ball got kicked into the river. Oh, the one from last penalty shootout. Never seen a shot that went so far in a penalty shootout. Shut up! I'll grow up and get it back someday. I'm truly ashamed of myself.
The soccer ball comes back all of a sudden into the children's circle. It bounces high on the grass before landing squarely in Saber's hand. Although the burn mark is still slightly there, it's a ball full of air.
Wait, what? Where did it come from?
Even if they were to look around now, I'm laying around in the shadow of the bushes. The kids peek into Saber's arms intently. It's fixed.
How scary. That's a surprise. Miss, are you a magician? No, I am not good at magecraft. See, it came back. See? It's alive? Or should I say it got revived? This is... Yes, it must be magic.
Saber holds on to the ball carefully. Alright. Seems like she found out that I was taking a peek, so I should retreat soon. Saber seems to genuinely be having fun playing soccer with the children. That would be ruined if she made eye contact with me. I'll ask her what the result of the game was like next time. I sneakily distance myself from the field. Now, I wonder where I should go in the afternoon. Damn, that was all day one. Okay, temple, forest. I take the forest path to the hills behind the temple. The weather is nice today. Once I'm through this curtain of trees, I should get a good view of the mountains and the clear blue sky. My field of vision opens up. I'm greeted by a spectacular mound of debris, but I'm not the one looking at this abstract scene. It's Shidoemiya, a man with the same origin as me, chanting an unpleasant sutra. The white sunlight is blindingly bright. Summer hasn't left Ryudo Temple quite yet. It's so bright. I must have been dazzled by the sunlight. For an instant, the scene appears black instead of white, like a film negative. He must have noticed me by now, but he doesn't turn my way. I thought the dizziness was making me see things, but the sight must have been quite real to him. We both gaze out, silently. Both of us saw the same thing, but my verbal reaction proves my impurity. What the fuck? Why is my... Huh? Why are my subscriber notifications on? I turned that shit off. Didn't I? Oh, I guess I didn't. Huh, okay. Yeah, sorry about that. I had to reset up all of my notifications the other day because for some fucking reason Streamlabs was just acting really weird. If you were there for the FMA stream, you probably saw that it was acting weird. I literally had to uninstall the entire program and reinstall it and like set everything back up. I don't know why it was doing that shit. Anyway. But my verbal reaction proves my impurity. The chirping of insects nearby only accentuates my tension. I watch his familiar rear profile. Speaking of which, why isn't he in his usual red outfit? I'd understand if he was trying to avoid the sweltering summer heat, but it's already autumn. He's not the kind of person who would disarm himself just for the weather either. Either way, this sunshine's grating on me. This is a favorite spot of mine. Having so many interruptions makes me want to pick a fight. Hey, weren't you wearing that same outfit in some high place before? I recall the eventual pain of being shot through the head. I was? So what? Didn't see you around there. I bet you didn't. I've never seen you out at night. I just felt like I did. Still, everything that's possible has to happen. I'll either defeat him or be defeated. However that turns out, I'll just make the choice that works out the best for me at the time. Let me ask you something then. Have you been going out on patrol with Saber at night? Yeah? We haven't gone as far as Shinto yet. We literally can't make it that far, to be exact. I wouldn't, if I were you. Don't go to Shinto at night. If you try to cross the bridge from Miyama then, you'll be going out of your way for an ambush. What, are you keeping people out? All of Shinto's within my range. Anyone who enters gets a warning shot. Apparently, he's already driven off several servants. That's why Lancer, Rider, and Caster can't go near Shinto at night. Lancer's supposed to be staying at the church, but he's probably camping in the hills, too. Setting that aside for now. Does that go for me, too? You're an exception. I'll shoot you between the eyes. He isn't lying. Archer's bloodlust is genuine. I can feel it. Man, I can't believe you're still trying to kill me. You trying to take advantage while Tosca isn't around? That goes without saying. Things get complicated when Rin's around. She's the type of master who hates fighting pointless battles. Oh, that's not to say she doesn't enjoy combat. I sure agree with that. Tosca likes winning, but she doesn't seek out conflict. She's the kind of person who'll try to come out on top, but only once someone else starts the race. She probably wouldn't let you do what you want if she were here. She'd wait to see who fires the opening shot of this renewed war. Actually, I haven't asked you this yet. What do you think of all this, Archer? I don't intend to fight in the war as a servant, but she did trust me to keep an eye on things, so I won't just ignore what's happening. You're just a little more aggressive than the others, then. But you still want to fix this, just like me. As loath as I am to admit it, yes. That's why I'm not fully armored right now. This isn't my war to fight. I see. That explains it. Archer's reluctantly doing the bare minimum to keep a lid on things, given that Tosca asked him to hold down the fort while she's gone. So can I take that to mean that you won't be throwing your hat in the ring? You're just gonna play the righteous peacekeeper of Shinto and all that? Yeah, but I'll make an exception for you. I don't even need to wait for night to fall. Why don't we kill each other right here, right now? Archer responds to my hostility. I smirk, as if to imply I'd been waiting for this moment. Just kidding. I don't want to fight here either.
For some reason, like, the way his hand is drawn on that right arm is so odd to me. It's like, I don't know. Like, it almost feels like there's, like there's no wrist. You know what I mean? It's very, like, just a big hand attached to the end of an arm. There's like, no lead up to it. It's bizarre. I don't know how else to describe it.
Plus, if we're gonna drag out this Holy Grail war, then it's gotta be at night. And deflect his threat. Let's leave it at that. Oh, let's leave it at that. See you around, Archer. I leave. Very well, then. When it comes to you, I'm dead serious. If the Holy Grail war's back, then I'll do whatever it takes to kill you both. His voice carries both provocation and determination. Archer intends to fight me and Saber. Bring it on. I'll see you once you're ready. I dismiss his heavy-handed bloodlust with lofty resolve. We've handed each other invisible challenges to duel to the death. It's a license for each of us to kill the other. Go to Shinto at night. No need to explain. Prepare as best as you can and assault the bridge. All right. Well, let's do it then. With Saber. To the bridge. I crossed the boundary between Miyama and Shinto. I recall something someone told me once. All of Shinto is within my range. Anyone who tries to enter. How many times has he shot me? Once? Several times? Every time I cross this bridge. You're an exception. I'll shoot you between the eyes. I'm here to ensure your defeat. I'm dead serious. The Holy Grail war is back, then I'll do whatever it takes to kill you both. My heartbeat quickens. My blood and magic circuits, congealed and rusted from months of inactivity, shudder back to life. I've sure kept you waiting, partner. We're ready. Now we're coming to kill you. Saber and I are the only people on the bridge. There aren't any cars. My tense mind is indifferent to the roar of the ocean and the sea breeze. This takes me back. Remember that time we walked to the church together? Yes. You still didn't know what it meant to be a master. I hadn't quite accepted being your servant, and Rin was still our enemy. In hindsight, we made an odd trio indeed. It's this dialogue again. She gives me a nostalgic smile, a fragmented moment of peace, yet we cannot lower our guard. You were pretty grumpy at first. We didn't have much chance to talk that night, but you were completely silent on the way to the church. Sorry, my earring is loose. I fucking hate these.
I had reason to be upset. I can say this now, but I was angry at the way you treated me. Surely there was a better way to disguise me.
Saber often makes a fuss about disguises. She seems to be attached to the expensive disguise she wore last time, during the 4th Holy Grail War, that is. Kiritsugu went to the trouble of dressing her in a men's suit because she can't change into spirit form.
You look like you have something to say. Very well. Let us settle that matter.
Saber, above us! Saber parries the sniper's attack from 4 whole kilometers away. I start up my magic circuits. I surge strengthening magecraft into my eyeballs. I see you, Archer. We make eye contact at an impossible distance. Each combatant spots the other at a distance neither should be able to see. Let the battle begin. Tonight, I'm crossing this bridge.
Shido, what was that? Wait, how did you sense it before I did?
We'll talk later. Here comes the next one. We don't have enough space here. Take me up, Saber.
Up? Where do you mean exactly?
Somewhere with more space than we have here. Looks like they've reserved the whole bridge for us tonight. Now consider it.
There should be better footing and visibility up here on the vehicle. Up here on the vehicle path.
Saber, 10 o'clock. Spot the target. The second attack comes. 20 seconds between each shot. A memory surfaces in the back of my mind, telling me that there are 3 more to come.
Found them! I can't see their exact position, but the shooter is on the roof of the center building.
I expected no less of Saber. The fact that she figured out where he was from a single shot's impressive.
What's going on? That was... No. Only one person could have managed such an ambush. Why is he targeting us? Don't tell me Archer of all people has decided to fight in the Holy Grail War again.
I don't know. All I do know is that he's serious. He's here to settle the score with us once and for all. We need to know anything more than that?
You're right, Shido. We can point fingers later. Right now, we'll meet his challenge with our full strength.
The third shot. 2 left. The 5th shot will knock Saber off balance, and the 6th will kill me. With our current tactics, that outcome's inevitable. Archer's attacks grow more powerful with each shot. Maybe he charges them with more magical energy each time Saber manages to defend against one. It took him 25 seconds to make this shot. The next one will probably take 30. That delay's a weakness we can exploit. After Saber blocks a shot, we can avoid the same fate as before if we close in before he finishes loading the next attack. But how can I make that happen? He's 4 kilometers away as the crow flies. Double that if we have to navigate through the streets to get to him. Saber could strike back with her noble phantasm, but Excalibur's area of effect's too wide. She could wipe out the entire area around the center building. Plus, this is Archer we're talking about. Someone who knows Saber well could come up with countermeasures against Excalibur. The obvious tactic to use against a capable sniper is to force him into close combat, but it's impossible to close in without him noticing. In that case, we need to get into sword range at super speed before the sniper can react. Saber! I shoot Saber a knowing glance. Gaze. Archer's eagle-eyed enough to read my lips. This battle will be won or lost in an instant. We can't have him figuring out our next move.
It's possible, but I lack the magical energy to do so. It pains me to say that even your full power is inadequate.
It's enough. We have this. The last command spell on my left hand.
Shido, no, that is the last resort. Even if all goes well, who will be left to protect you? I cannot agree to this proposal. We should retreat and regroup.
That's off the table. In fact, we tried that already. If Saber was alone, she could retreat. But if I'm here, Archer will take us both down. The only way to cross this bridge is to bet everything on this opportunity, this fleeting chance. Even if we redid this battle over from the beginning, we wouldn't be able to redo this. That's why we have to go in, all or nothing. It's no big deal to lose my command spell. The only thing that matters is that we beat him this once. the fourth shot. Saber's reached the limit of her ability to fend off the attacks. I'll back you up with the command spell. Can you make it there, Saber? There's no time left. This is the fastest I can manage, no matter how many times we repeat this.
Honestly, you always make such rash decisions.
Saber makes a show of lowering her guard. She looks just like a predator getting ready to pounce. Give me the order, Master. I am your sword. She bears Excalibur's blade. Saber concentrates all of her magical energy into her body, sparing none to coat her weapon. Time it with the next attack. 15 seconds left! The firing hammer drops. I need to do more than just get the timing right. There are two challenges. Shidoemiya's true worth will be measured once I activate my command spell. Trigger on. Command spell loaded. 10 seconds. Command spells can be used to temporarily strengthen a servant. Their enormous magical energy can be converted into power for a servant to use. It's sheer brute force. It's enough power to fill up Saber's exceptional magical circuits. Enough to resurrect the King of Knight's legendary dominance of the battlefield. I use my command spell to order her to fly. It's not a figure of speech. Saber will literally leap all the way from here to the rooftop of the center building. Saber's fought Ryder before. Now we'll reenact. No. Her movement is limited to her line of sight, so I just need to amplify her magical energy when she jumps to extend her range. If we use the command spell entirely to augment her jump, it might even be possible to reduce several kilometers to 0. In accordance with my contract to the Holy Grail, the Seventh Master commands you. 5 seconds. The opponent's a nameless bowman. A blacksmith heroic spirit who uses projected noble phantasms as arrows. His arrowhead's name is Fronting, the Hound of the Red Plains. This time, he means to strike his prey. Correction. Add 5 seconds. It takes longer to charge. He draws his bow to its limit, feeds even more magical energy into his weapon, to resist the unleashed fury of Saber's magical energy. That's why our timing will be crucial. It's risky for her to jump first, or even at the same time. Saber herself will be our arrow. If she jumps before Archer looses his arrow, he'll shoot her down. We need her to move just after he shoots, to jump exactly 0.1 seconds after his arrow flies. Then, before Archer can knock his next arrow after spending all of his energy on the last one. No. Even before that, exploit his vulnerability right after his shot. Strike him down with Saber's sword. Each combatant's magical energy howls. The intensity of their face-off seems to make the moon flicker in the sky. 5. Not yet. 3. So tense, my command spell feels like it's about to tear off. 1. I focus on his fingers. Yo! Saber! Go! Cut him down! A flash of light crosses 4,000 meters in no time at all. Archer's arrow is one of the greatest magical weapons he can create using all of his power. It slices through the air, intent on slaying its prey. His projection's the demonic sword Fronting. Even if Saber deflects it will continue to seek its target as long as its shooter keeps aiming. Saber's ability to defend against it is immaterial. In fact, the moment she deflects it, the hound will run down its true mark with a hungry howl. As long as Saber hardens her defense, Archer's victory is certain. That is, as long as she stays on the defensive. It ends in less than a second. The scene plays out in the brief moment after the sniper's fingers release the arrow. Saber vanishes. The bridge is left undefended. Archer realizes the enemy's intent, but it's too late. His arrow has already left the bowstring. He was more sure of victory. The sniper can kill his targets from hundreds of meters away, but even he is bound by inviolable physics. Once loosened, an arrow cannot change its point of impact. Even the most precise shooter is not exempt from this law. Be that as it may, the arrow is loosed by a heroic spirit of the bow. Mere ballistics are but a hurdle to be overcome. The arrow alters its trajectory. In fact, it was always determined to pierce two enemies. It rebels against theory. Saber has no way to evade it. The arcane missile will pulverize Saber. Even the largest army could not escape this lethal destiny. Be that as it may. Who would the heroic spirit of the sword be, if not a warrior to surpass any army? Light intersects light. The scales of battle are upended. Blue victory exalts the heavens, while red failure plunges to infernal depths. Saber throws off all restraint as soon as she feels the shockwave. Her timing is exquisite. Still, command spell isn't enough to breach this bridge. Gusts of wind shake the steel beams and smother my vision, but I keep my eyes fixed on the approaching projectile. Time stops. In less than the span of a second, blood surges through my veins. It's been 1 second since I used the command spell. I have no time to visualize it. I don't need time to visualize it. I remember everything. It was all for this moment! Tension and terror steal my breath away. My left hand burns. I see my death 0 seconds in the future. Trace. I pant like a dog, my tongue hanging out of my mouth. Physical data and magical theory rush into my mind. Time to construction, 0 seconds. Time to impact. On! God damn. Archer sees it unfold, as sure as fate. The boy concentrated every bit of strength he had, even his will to breathe, into his left arm to unleash a riposte. Projected noble phantasm sent sparks flying through the air. Muscles tear throughout his body. Casting aside his fear of death, he managed a once-in-a-lifetime defense. The bowman still has the edge in this battle. The boy may have broken his sword to block an arrow, but he's still standing. Next, the arrow will make a sharp turn and seek his throat. That is, as long as its shooter is still aiming. Holy shit, what a fucking CG. God damn, look at that fucking CG. Holy shit. Holy fuck. God damn. Less than 2 seconds since the 5th shot. Oh, okay. Less than 2 seconds since the 5th shot. I couldn't even get my swords out before the 6th. Looks like I've fallen a bit too much back into my original role. How ironic. The man's fighting style has always been utterly unlike that of an archer. This servant favors close combat with dual swords, but reverted to his class's ranged specialty, rendering him unprepared for Saber's counterattack. That feat was worthy of your title, Archer. Had your master been present, perhaps this would have ended differently. Huh. Don't be a fool, Saber. I never could have fought you if she were here. He returns the praise with a laugh. The smile that twists his lips isn't one of scorn, but warm affection. I can't hold on much longer. Anything else to say, Saber? This is your duty as the victor. Ask your questions. There's a soft sound of scattering sand. It isn't like something as mundane as bleeding. While blood flows through a servant's veins as long as he's alive, he returns to dust once his life is cut. Now, I have nothing more to ask. You must have had your reasons for taking up your bow once again, and I stole your life in return. There was nothing more I can take from you. Archer lets out a chuckle. Is Saber's grace kind or cruel? The knight always exemplified both traits in battle. Once, he thought that her contradiction, her inhuman bearing that would break a mere man, was beautiful. Now, he's never forgotten those memories. Long ago, he had an encounter. It was a scene that probably lasted less than a second. Still, the sight of her will always lift his spirits, even should he sink into the depths of hell. Her hair, drenched in moonlight. When he closes his eyes, the vague memory still lingers in his chest. I lose this time. I'm going on ahead, Saber. Keep letting this version of me fool you. Archer vanishes, but not before uttering a sore loser's parting jab. Saber dismisses her sword. She bites her lip. The moon gleams darkly above her. From its chalice-like outline, it seems to slowly drip venom meant to eat away at the victor. It takes me an hour to catch up to Saber. The effort of that strike exhausted me, but I managed to drag my tired body up to the rooftop. Saber's staring up at the moon. She looks tense, and I hesitate to call out to her. Shido, you came for me. Voice is listless. I don't see Archer, meaning that we must have won. Saber doesn't seem hurt, but a jump of that distance must have put a strain on her. Sorry to keep you waiting. Are you okay, Saber? I am uninjured. What about you, Shido? You look pale. I didn't notice, but you might be right. I've been having chills. I'm probably weak because I spent all that magical energy. That was reckless even for me. I got so wildly caught up in the moment that I didn't pause to consider the aftermath. Let us return home for the night. We can patrol Shinto tomorrow. Right now, we need to let you recover your strength. Yeah. I don't think I've got any more fight in me.
So you remember how, like, Bazette and Avenger came to the top of this building but didn't find anything except pieces of metal with blood on them? Yeah, I sure do. Now that you mention it.
We leave the roof.
Shido, are you sure this was the right choice?
Yeah. It was the only good choice we had. It wasn't a mistake. I've overcome another challenge. Our battle to take the bridge is over, for now. Archer's gone. Other bizarre events will keep occurring around town. The fourth night ends in lazy slumber. This affair is far from over, but for now, I can rest easy. Even if the end isn't here yet. It'll be in sight eventually, as long as I keep moving forward.
God damn. What a fucking scene. Holy shit. God. Well, fuck. Huh. Jesus. You know, yeah, I mean, Philip just said time for some mood whiplash, but honestly, given that I'm kind of tired, I think as far as main story stuff goes tonight, that might actually be just kind of a good point to leave it off. You think? Like, we're still gonna do our special screen stuff, obviously. We'll do a Renovilia's Castle and all that, but like, I kind of feel like that's a good place to stop it for now. Because, like, damn, I'm gonna be reeling from that one for a bit. Anyway, let's do Ilia's Castle. Okay, so what do we want to do? Let's you know, I think this will be funny. Let's do Shiro and Archer. I think that's a funny choice. All right. Ah. I always forget that that one's a that. Oh. Archer's ladle? Okay. Oh. Wait, no, I failed? Fuck! No! Fuck you, caster! You fucking devil! Fuck off, Ryder. What are you still doing at the start line? Don't be a fucking sore loser. Yeah. There we go. That wasn't too bad. I did alright that time. God damn, Saber. Alright. Even my dad never tricked me. I don't know about that. I don't know. Yeah, I was about to say. Alright. Okay. Shit, I guess you can't make that jump. Jump. Oh, I just barely made that. Go. Okay. Yep. Oh, why did... God damn it, I clicked it. Why did he fall? I clicked it and he did not release. Stupid. Alright. Got my finger. There we go. Ooh, he's very high up this time. That's an advantage, at least. Oh, you have to... Okay, you have to click on the red area itself, is the thing. That's probably why it wasn't doing. I was just clicking in general. I did it. Oh, Saber was so split second about to get first. Okay, the incantation to activate the Jeweled Sword Zelrech is pretty witchy Zelrech. I don't believe so, no. Oh hey, it's the weapon that Liz had earlier. Go. Get out of my way! Die, Lancer! Also, damn, he caught up fast. Ow! Oh shit. No, everybody just has it out for Lancer. Fuck off, Gil. Okay, Archer's true identity is Shidoemiya. Yeah. True. Okay, it's time for the battle. It's time for Berserker. Ah. Ow, ow. I need help. Ah. Somebody drop food, please. I'll use Noble Phantasm at least. Oh, there's food. No, no! Who stole my fucking food? Why did you do this to me? I need that. Oh, God damn it, Saber. You really took that fucking clutch personally, huh? I need help badly. Oh god. Oh, whoops. I didn't mean to do that. Oh shit. Nah, I'm dead. Sigh. Okay, try again. I don't know why, by the way, like, obviously this is a lot more comedic in style than the example I'm thinking of, but every time I play Ilia's Castle, for some fucking reason, it reminds me of, if anybody in the chat is at all familiar, like, this is a really old thing by now, so probably not a lot of people remember it, but there was a, like, platforming, like, fighting-esque fan game for Madoka Magica back in the day called, I think it was called Grief Syndrome. But for some reason, Ilia's Castle always reminds me of Grief Syndrome. Go. Health is like pretty okay at the moment. Well, ish. It was until I manifested differently. What's in the chest? There's paper. Okay, cool. Lancer's fucking dead. I could use some health right about now. Caster's also fucking dead. Saber. Ah! Get away from that food, I want it! Thank you. Didn't really do much, though, unfortunately. Am I the only one left? Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, no. That's bad. Ah, damn. How the fuck did everyone die? Were you guys just fucking around or what? Feels like Berserker is getting harder all the time. Also, yeah, I noticed not a lot of people were using their Noble Phantasms last time. Thanks, guys. Okay, thank you, Ryder. I mean, listen, I know you guys need the health too, but you know. Oh, narrowly dodged that. Oh yeah, don't get close. Don't get close. Okay, this is going a lot better this time, at least. Got him! Got him! Got him! We did it! The credits is always so funny. Yeah, go Dr. Wily. Since the voices are turned off, I can only imagine so much coming from her when she just moving her mouth like that. It's not that the voice acting is removed, Grimheaper, it's probably just because I have the voices turned off for regular playthrough and while I'm reading it, but for some reason, it just gets treated the same way. I imagine that's probably what it is anyway. Although it's strange to me that even though that is the case, the in-gameplay quotes aren't, are subtitled, because you see the subtitles during the jumping game. But then, Ilya's stuff at the end doesn't have any subtitles. Which is weird. I don't know why it's like that. Damn, both writer and caster. What's the fucking point? This is a bad ending. Alright. Let's go to the shrine. I suppose no new... Yeah. When are we gonna get more of these? I guess we'll just do fortunes. Read aloud for slight luck. In the dark, shed is lucky. Good. Lucky. Very lucky. Whoa! Holy shit! God damn, my fucking rolling skills. I'm sorry.
Yay, oh yay. Actually, I guess good things are yet to come. That's good. It's a lucky find that you have something you can be excited about for a while.
Yeah, look at that. God damn, 16,600. Jesus. I have a shit ton of money. Honestly, I might as well keep that. You know, I'm not even gonna fucking risk it this time. Let's just be content with the fact that I got lots of money. I'll be good for the Emmas later, honestly. Well, shit, alright. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna linger on this menu so that it doesn't go to the opening. That's... interesting. Alright, well, we're gonna go ahead and give a look, see if we have any art to go over, and then after we're done with that, we'll wrap things up. So let me take a look real quick. Cha-cha. Still posting? No worries, Bird. By the next Fate stream, Deltarune Chapter 5 will have come out. Oh yeah. I'll have played that from beginning to end, no doubt. Alright, nothing on Blue Sky. So... let's see. Oh my god. There's a really good one in the Tumblr tag. Okay. Stream discussion, or not stream discussion, stream art. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Getting this stuff from the Discord. Okay. And then we'll go get birds real quick. Okie dokie, I think that should be everything, so let me get the window pulled up. Alright, so, first off, we have these two submissions from Violet Strations over on Tumblr. Wait, what? What, Bird? Well, I'll go ahead and read these. Oh, you forgot to update the dungeon number. I see. No worries. But, yeah, I'll read this off real quick. The F in Fate series stands for friendship, smiles. Wait, hold on. Do you and Emiya know each other?
Of course we do. He's Oomph. You stabbed me through the heart with a spear. Do not call me Oomph.
Oh, Jesus. Look at his fucking face. It's really good. And then also have this. The Saber and Ryder get-along sweater picture that I talked about. This is exactly what I was imagining. Thank you.
Please don't break the table again. Please.
Please. The little Sakura blob. That's fucking awesome. That's really good. You did such a fantastic job with that prompt. They look so cute. They're so soft. Oh man. Yeah, don't worry, Bird. I'll grab the fixed one whenever we go there. Yeah, so over on the Discord, so this isn't like an actual art submission necessarily. This is actually official art. But Cross posted these designs from Lancer's backstory. So first off, we have this is Skahak, Lancer version of Skahak, because all of these come from Grand Order, I presume. But you know, so that's what she looks like. Pretty cool. Okay. I see. Definitely not what some people were speculating, but like, yeah, you know, it's an interesting design nevertheless. We have Mabe, a writer version of Mabe, which is cute. I like the design. And then we have Kukulin Alter / Warp Spasm Berserker. Alter isn't brought up in the story, but it is part of Ku's legend, so might as well include it. That's fucking sick. Like, holy shit, look at that. God damn. Look at that fucking armor. Holy moly. Jesus Lord. Okay, okay. Okay, so this is technically incorrect information. I can't go into specifics, but I don't know. Ku Alter and the regular Berserker Ku are two separate servants. Okay. Well, I don't know anything about Grand Order. I'm just repeating what was said. Okay, let me grab Bird's updated thing real quick. Yeah, I don't know why Cross said Ku Alter. I don't know. I don't know. I gotta drag the window over. Okay, it's just Berserker Ku. Gotcha. Okay. Anyway. Another dungeon image from Bird. Dungeon number 5, Torture of Persimmon. Something Toho. Guys, I'm not sure if he can graze. I mean, arguably, well, no, okay. I don't know. Well, it wasn't Shido, I guess. Saber certainly grazed in this stream, though. If that's not grazing, I don't know what is. But, yeah. The torture of Persimmon Hell. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what I would do with all that. I wouldn't, like, see, that would be kind of a special kind of hell for me, because I don't like to waste food. I want to do everything I can with it, but with that many, good lord. How do you use all those persimmons? I don't even know. Well, in any case, thank you all for your lovely submissions yet again. I just love this one. I love the Get Along Sweater picture so much. That was really good. Okay, alright. Well, anywho, thank you everybody once again for watching. This donation incentive goal will continue until the 30th, like I said. I'll bring it back up during Great Ace Attorney stream on Tuesday, so that, you know, and people have more of a chance to do what they will with it, to try to get that going. But in any event, I'm tired. I gotta go now. So more Great Ace Attorney on Tuesday, more of this next Friday. Thank you so much for watching, as always, and I will see you all some other time. Bye!